Good afternoon. It's 3:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studios. Nashville Christian five-star quarterback Jerry Curtis has reportedly flipped his commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt. Curtis took to social media and stated, "Don't know where all this is coming from. Haven't had a chance to talk to either school yet. I'll keep y'all posted." Early National Signing Day begins tomorrow, which is when Curtis plans to make his decision public. LSU head coach Lane Kiffin announced that he is allowing LSU offensive coordinator Charlie Weis, who followed Kiffin to Baton Rouge, to return to Ole Miss to serve as the offensive coordinator and play caller for the Rebels during the playoffs. The next set of college football playoff rankings will be released later tonight. Number 13, Tennessee basketball heads on the road for the first time this season as they will make a trip to Syracuse to take on the Orange in the ACC-SEC Challenge. Tip-off is at 6. You can catch the Vol Network Call the Game joined in progress right here on the Zone starting at 7. Also, some other big college basketball matchups tonight include number 4, Duke hosting number 15, Florida at 6:30. Number 21, Kansas hosting number 5, UConn at 8. And number 18, Kentucky hosting number 16, North Carolina at 8:30. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Man, cold and rain. That's what. If you're new to the city, that's the winter around here. We get snow every once in a while, but last night with the 38 and raining, that's it. That's us.
That's it.
Welcome in. That's it.
That's it.
By the way, the end of the show, you hear a young lady say, "That's it." At the very end, like that's literally the last two words heard, or is that three? And it's a contestant on American Idol last year, and she was phenomenal, and she ended her performance with "That's it." And so we incorporated that. That's where Dawn got that.
She's also my soul sister.
Yeah. Dawn Davenport is here, y'all.
What up? Let's go.
Look at sweater, matching beanie. You're ready for the cold temperatures.
It's cold. It's miserable. Happy Tuesday.
I was going to say, speaking of cold and miserable, but hang tight. Jim Wyatt coming up. Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee will join us at 4 o'clock. He'll make his case for the college football playoff. They're not getting in as of right now unless weird things happen over the course of the weekend. But he will state his case coming up at 4 o'clock. Speaking of cold and miserable, Ron Slay is in Connecticut. And literally the first video I saw on my phone today was snow in Connecticut. Slay Dog, what's up, man?
What up, Go? What's happening, man? Trying to navigate out here to this car without sliding. I hope I don't slip and fall. I left my tennis shoes on this time, though.
You need Marty Smith driving a big van around chasing people for you.
Oh, dog, it's raining out here.
Oh, no. Cold and rain. There we go.
This got to be the dumbest place. Listen, people always ask me, "Hey, man, you like the cold or you like the heat?" And I've always said I like the cold, but now I know that I like the South cold. I don't like this.
Yeah.
This is dumb. This is some dumb stuff up here they got going on.
It's like,
Stupid
it is so dumb. And you're in one of those spots, like this happened to be in Colorado, when you get in your rental car and in the driver's seat is the ice scraper. And then you're like, oh, man, I'm here. You had one in your rental car, didn't you?
Yep, I had it sitting there in the windshield, and I had to get out and look at it because I'm like, what is this? What is this? I'm like, this a new car or something? Man, it's a damn scraper. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm in for it.
So what are you on? I'm walking. You're on ESPN. You're in studio in Bristol tonight?
I am in studio in Bristol tonight, as you hear the guy scraping out here behind me. But I'm on everything. I'm on ESPN, on ESPN2, on ESPNU.
He's everywhere.
Everything. I'm everywhere.
I love it.
Keep your eyes open.
The people missed you yesterday for your post-Vanderbilt beatdown of Tennessee take, but I did read your Twitter comment as your statement a couple of times.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Tennessee led 21-14, then 31-3 Vanderbilt after that. You were there. What are your thoughts on that beatdown?
Man, it was exactly what I said. That's exactly what it was. There's no Like, there's no way around it. There's no sugarcoating it. It was a beatdown. Like, you showed that you were soft, not only physically out there, but mentally too, because you let a team come out there and say what they were going to do months out, what they were going to do, and they came on your home field and on your senior day, and they slaughtered you. And wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I don't know any other way to kind of put it. But it was just bad. They just looked bad out there. Yeah, it wasn't nothing. Out-coached, outplayed, more physical, everything that you can possibly name, it happened.
I think the part that stood out to me was Vanderbilt's ability to run the ball on them. I mean, because what do we always say? Like, you establish your, like, physicality in the run game. And they absolutely did that.
314 rush yards, 5 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it's a lot to be said about that, man. That what we talked about also though, like Vanderbilt stayed true to form. What they went out and recruited in the portal to help. Like, you got some veteran, experienced guys up there, and it showed. Like, they didn't get rattled all year. The games they lost, they were in. They lost them, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course the team beat them, but they lost those games. You know what I mean? They had an opportunity to win. So you take that feather in the cap. Now it's on to what would a college football playoff committee do? You know what I'm saying? You walk away from that. I think what we've seen the last day or 2 days now from the chancellor, from the AD, from Clark Lee, you should have saw it. You should have saw this 4 weeks ago. That's the only problem with it. Like, I don't know if they were like, man, we're gonna let our work show who we are, what we can do. It should speak enough, but that's not how it works if you're not coming from that type of brand. So this is This is a learning experience for them. You know what I mean? And hopefully they can be back. That's what I'm waiting to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Personally, the consistency. If they can do this year in and year out. Yes, they have a new commitment. You know what I mean? The chancellor's all on board with it and everything. For them, hopefully they can flip Jared Curtis, and that's a done deal. But my whole thing is, what you got to understand is, consistently to play with these teams, you have to commit to it. You can't do a year. You can't do 2 years. You got to commit to it on the bad years and on the good years. Because Florida, LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Arkansas, when they feel like it, all want to be at the club talking about this. Do you want to commit to that on Monday mornings for that to be the conversation, or is it something different?
Right, and the base will always be the recruiting class, but what dictates those big swings and whether or not you're great or awful is the transfer portal. And that's why it's going to change year to year, and there are going to be drastic swings with successes and failures. And Jared Curtis flipping to Vanderbilt, that's the story. If you listen to 3HL the last several days, you won't be surprised by that news. He did tweet out today that he doesn't know where this news is coming from. My guess is regarding that, the news got out before he wanted it to, and that he will sign with Vanderbilt. From a Tennessee perspective, they have the number 8 class in the country. They got a defensive lineman commitment today that sends them to number 8, which would be and number 4 in the SEC, which would be the best Heupel recruiting class to date. With regard to the Heisman, Diego Pavia and Fernando Mendoza now tied for the favorite spot, according to FanDuel, to win the Heisman Trophy. Now, Mendoza Slay has an opportunity this week against Ohio State, whereas Pavia is sitting at home. So where do you put Pavia on this list when you do the number? It's funny because we used to talk about, like, with him, you got to kind of look at his case based on impact and what he means to his team and all those things. But now he's put up such huge numbers the last several weeks. You look at the numbers, and Pavia's total yardage is 4,018 yards. Mendoza, 3,001. So Pavia has more than 1,000 yards more than Mendoza now, total yardage. How do you think the Heisman poll should stack up?
Man, it's going to be interesting to see how it is just with the efficiency that Mendoza plays with, and them being undefeated, all of that goes into account. He gets to put the last seasoning on whatever, or the last icing on whatever cake is going to be given out to this playoff committee. But this goes back to what I was just talking about, trial by error. This is a learning experience. Remember when we were about week 2 or week 3, and we was talking about Vanderbilt, and they would put their foot on people's throat, but you have to save them. And I kept saying, yes, if you're going to push this limit, man, you got to let them go stack up the yards. It's a part of it. Against the South Carolinas and everything, when you were trying to save them, it started to come into fruition in the last 4 games of the season, like, all right, let's go let them get these yards. But is that enough? Hey, man, I think impact-wise is nobody in the country more impactful. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you look at what Mendoza is, you got to tip your cap to that too, because we talk about what Diego talked about and everybody on the team backed him. Signetti came out talking like this. The man been saying Google me. Then put the highlight. Then put the bullseye on their back.
They're literally the same personality.
Yeah, even if we didn't want to listen to it, like he had everybody's attention. Like, man, let's watch this, y'all. And then you start watching to see him get beat. So once you get to that point, all the eyes are on you, and they continue to win. So the branding, and we talking about Indiana football, y'all, and Vanderbilt football with the 2 Heismans. Like, think about that.
Crazy.
So who's pushing the brand the furthest? You know
what world are we living in?
Yeah, where the Ohio State and the Notre Dame guys are on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Also wanted to get your take. Former Titan wide receiver Traylon Burks had an incredible one-handed TD catch for Washington last night. Burks had more touchdowns Sunday than the Titans.
Come on, man. All the popes that held that seat, they jumping around. Sister Jean's up in heaven doing backflips. You know what I'm saying? This man just blessed, man. I told you, as soon as he get his opportunity, what that man go up there and do, he blessed the Washington Commanders. Not only did he have a hell of a catch, but he had the catch of the year. Hey, man. All I was saying, give him an opportunity. I wish I had a Commander jersey. I got to get in touch with Traylon Burks people. Why they ain't sending me no jersey? It baffles me. But what I will say is, Burks, Team Burks, y'all better do right by me. You'll be like the Prince. I was on that bandwagon telling them put me on the glass. They never did it. I said, you know what? Damn the hell with this bandwagon. I'm off of it. And look at them. All these draft picks, they can't get victories just because you ain't let Big Slate put the belly on the glass. And now that I lost weight, I ain't got no belly to put on the glass. I might get a ticket. I might get fined for putting my chest. These little droopy little chest, I might put that on the glass. People ain't gonna like that. Would have been better with the belly. So, Team Burks, y'all better get a jersey to me. I'm just telling you now.
Speaking of the Predators, it is station night over at the Pred, so we're all going.
Yeah.
But you're out of town.
Oh, dang. Yep. Well, hey, guess what? If ain't no belly on the glass, it ain't no real victory anyway.
Yeah. I think it'd be tough for you to get your belly on the glass where we're going to be, but hey,
they got glass up there too, yo. I can put it up there too.
Real quick, Titans going to play Cleveland. Myles Garrett has 15 sacks in his last 6 games. How many sacks does he get? What's the over/under there?
Man, I heard Buck and Savage said it at 5.5. Maybe 4.5. I'm gonna go over 4.5. I say he get like five sacks in this game. Shoot, he took one out tackles and tutored him during the game.
Yeah.
Like, he's been waiting on this.
Well,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was nice of him, you know?
Yeah.
Who was he talking to again?
About it.
Who was
he did that to, was it Daly? One Daly, it was the other one.
It was NPF.
Was it
NPF?
Yes. He tutored him. He played. Not only did he tutor him, he played a different sport while playing football against us. He played basketball.
I love this.
He stood up and was dribbling an imaginary basketball. Does anybody not like what? Like, come on, man.
This was last year.
That was straight to your heart, wasn't it? It's like,
yes. I was like, this is lovely, but not against his team. Do this against somebody else, man.
Oh, man.
Hey,
this show's kind of like PTI. This segment is definitely like PTI. All right, so Lane Kiffin, should he have been allowed to coach it out at Ole Miss while being the LSU football coach?
For the players, absolutely. For the university, hell no. Like, what are you talking? Like, so we can sit and wallow in. Just say he won the national championship. Yes, we're gonna celebrate, but then after the confetti falls, we got to sit and wallow in. Oh man, now he's gone over there. We got to watch him over there. He got to come back here next year. So what? When he come back and LSU plays Ole Miss at Ole Miss, should we welcome him out at midfield and let him wave at the crowd too? Like, Come on, man. It's over with. He chose what he wanted to do.
Well,
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Also, people forget signing day is tomorrow. So if he's still coaching the Ole Miss team, he's recruiting for LSU while coaching Ole Miss.
Which is weird.
Who's recruiting for Ole Miss in that scenario? This is all crazy.
All you showing is the power that you got. If he was able to do that, he's ain't doing it but flexing his muscles. That's all it would have been.
Well, and then he showed his you-know-what when they wouldn't let him do it.
Put it all on them.
Mm-hmm.
No. What happened was he took his mask off and the old lane came back out.
That's right.
That's all it was.
I love Peter Burns tweeted at one point, he goes, yeah, I'm going to need another documentary.
And they did the E60 way too early.
Yeah, back to back. I just let you know, man. He had everybody fooled, man.
You're up in Bristol talking basketball. Let's hit it. Number 13, Tennessee plays at Syracuse. Syracuse without Donnie Freeman. They're 0-3 without him. What kind of impact is that? Vols favored by 7.5.
Man, it's Donnie is huge for them. He's their leading scorer. He's their veteran of the bunch. You got a lot of younger guys trying to follow him as far as the scores go. Kyan Anthony has been having a really good freshman season, but they got one guy on the inside, man, and trying to get William I hope I said his name right. William Kyle. Yeah, William Kyle to be able to anchor the paint against a front like Tennessee's, where the rebounding has kind of been hit or miss for Syracuse. When you got 4 front court players like Tennessee has to throw at them, you impose your will, and then they don't shoot the ball well from the free throw line. So even if they were to beat them off the dribble and get to the lane, you foul them, put them in the line, who knows if they're going to make it. They don't shoot a great percentage from there. I just think you got, as Tennessee, too many weapons, and you're coming off a loss your last time you played against Kansas. So your attention to a guard-heavy team should be detailed as far as defense goes. You shouldn't miss a beat, and be ready to go play up there in the Dome in Syracuse.
Real quick, it was Daly, not MPF.
Andre Dillard.
Dillard. Andre
That's who it
Dillard.
was.
Andre
Yes.
Dillard.
I mean, listen, they're all the same.
Look, that's what I was just going to say, man. Like, we get 3 tackles that was all the same with different names. Come on,
They're
man.
all the same. They all suck. Yeah.
Oh.
By the way, you missed it yesterday, and we missed you. The bingo card yesterday was Marty was attached to Lane's butt for 48 hours.
What, am I wrong?
That was Babs.
I knew that would have to be Babsy.
Yeah. Their defense is buns. That, too, was Babs. Who were you talking about, BYU?
No, Duke.
Duke, yeah.
Yeah, golly.
It's a great day when you can drink 100 beers in front of 100 cops.
Who did that?
Laura from Recent Laura at your tailgate.
They did. They absolutely did. They held it down. They had a good time. This was the longest they ever stayed at the tailgate. They were there for about 30, 35 minutes. We sat and talked for a long time, man.
35 minutes. How long were you at the tailgate?
I literally, when I got back home, I said I never remember being this fried. So I don't know how long I was at the tailgate.
And then here was the last one. I already have enough voices in my head.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was Babsy.
That's my girl.
We came back and Ross continued the bump music for an extended period of time.
Ross will let the bump music go all the way through the first segment if you want to.
Yeah.
And I was talking, and I was just trying to power through and do my thing. And Babs was like, wait, Ross, turn off the bump music. I already have enough voices in my head.
I don't need any more.
So that's where we are. Also, Slade on Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee coming on at 4 o'clock. Do you have a question for him?
Man, I got a lot for Clark Lee. I can't think right now.
Text this one.
Okay, I will. I definitely will. Oh, I'm going to try to sneak and listen to that one. I might be able to call in on that one.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, Slay Dog, have fun in Bristol, man. Dodge the rain and snow and all those things.
No, this is nuts. All right.
Are you with me, Slay?
Are you with me?
I figured you missed that.
Reese kept saying it. I was like, Slay's not here. He's like, oh, he can hear me.
He can summon me.
Thanks, Slay. All right, later, man. There he is. He's Ron Slay. When we come back, Jim Wyatt, we'll talk about the Titans, TennesseeTitans.com. They're going to Cleveland this weekend. Might be some weather involved in that deal. Next, 3HL.
imagine if your Wi-Fi was a lot smarter. Picture it. You've got your TV, your phone, your laptop, all the things working together to make your life easier. Well, that's exactly what Xfinity does. They make that dream a reality with devices so in sync that you would think they're telepathic. I know we have our Xfinity Wi-Fi that powers us through everything from kids' shows to work from home, to Zooms, to Teams, to gaming for our 13-year-old as well. Really smart Wi-Fi that knows when your device needs a boost. The best equipment to stream 4 games at once with multi-view, which you're going to need. And Xfinity Mobile that gives you Wi-Fi where you need it and 5G everywhere else. It is the magic of Xfinity, and it's seamlessly in tune with you. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply.
You need workspace, long-term, short-term, maybe you need meeting space, maybe you've got some colleagues that are spread out, of course, across the community, and you need a centralized location. eSpaces has you covered. They have 15 locations, 2 new locations, Cool Springs at Corporate Center, Brentwood at City Park. You can find out all of the information about eSpaces and where they are online. eSpaces.com. Again, that's eSpaces.com. eSpaces is redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business. Designed for entrepreneurs, teams, and established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. eSpaces.com, that's eSpaces.com. Want to check them out? You can. Tours available now. Reserve your space early or simply find out more information about what these guys have for you. Visit eSpaces.com. Again, that's eSpaces.com.
Smashville hockey. Around here, it can sound like a language of its own. But hey, if you can pronounce Demumbrian, then names like Yossi, Shea, and Marchessault will roll right off the tongue. Nashville Predators, only in Smashville.
One of the largest sports books east of the Mississippi, Circa Sports Kentucky, is now open. Catch all your favorite games on an 80-foot screen with stadium-style seating and live VSiN broadcast daily. Circa Sports, now open at the Mint Gaming Hall, Kentucky Downs.
My dad and I used to golf together all the time, but when he hurt his back, it was over.
To have your son want to spend time with you is amazing. That's why my chronic back pain has been so heartbreaking. Surgery, fused bones, long recovery. No way, not for me. A friend recommended stem cells, so I gave Kellum Stem Cell Institute a call.
I'm glad you're out on the course.
Yeah, it's really good.
Call the Kellum Stem Cell Institute today. Swing still looks just okay though.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. I'll be home for Christmas. If only in my dreams.
face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Slade Dog will be back on Thursday. 3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Maybe some of y'all need some work done on your HVAC unit. I turned my heater on yesterday. Finally got it done.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's been on for like a month.
I got home and it was 64 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, it's time.
By the air conditioning in your truck, I would assume yours was on in July.
Yeah. SpringHillAC.com if you have questions there.
Yeah.
Again, Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee will join us at 4 o'clock. Stay tuned for that, and he'll make his case. And we'll talk with him about how big that win was for Vanderbilt against Tennessee and 10-win season, first 10-win season in Vanderbilt history. Jim Wyatt joins us now, a lot of the time suffering Vanderbilt fan.
Not anymore.
Jimmy, where does that win stack up for you Saturday?
Well, it was good. I mean, it was one of those games I thought Vanderbilt had the better team going in, but I certainly have seen some games unravel for them in the past. I was more worried that something was going to go wrong, and I was more relieved when they won. I was happy they won. I was proud of them for the season they had. It was a great time to be up there. As you guys know how many of these Vandy UT games I've been to, and certainly the drive back from Knoxville has not been enjoyable, a lot of those trips. But the drive back wasn't great this time either because I was in the pouring rain and got stuck in traffic trying to get out of Knoxville. But I certainly was in a good mood. My wife is happy. We had a great time. And it's just been a fun season. It was, certainly I've stuck with them through the thick and thin. Always loved Vandy since I was a kid. I wish my dad was around to be on this trip with me, but it was a good time.
Yeah, and I texted you. I ran. It's funny how small a world life is around this place. But ran into a guy named Billy Pritchett, who had been in Knoxville with your dad and his dad the last time Vanderbilt won in Neyland Stadium with Jay Cutler and Earl Bennett and the touchdown. And I know that meant a lot to you for him to share that story with you. And it's funny how we romanticize sports, Jimmy, and doing what we do, a lot of times we have to keep it kind of on the surface, but obviously we're all sports fans or we wouldn't be in these roles because we wouldn't want to do this. But we link memories to sports, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, my memories of, growing up, going to football games with my dad, back starting in the 70s and made a lot of those trips. I think my first Vanderbilt Tennessee game in Knoxville with my dad, we sat in the upper deck in 1979 when Van Heflin was the quarterback of Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt was up 10-0 at the half of that game and ended up losing 31-10. But, my dad took me everywhere to see games, at Vandy, certainly a lot of these SEC stadiums, been to all over the country seeing baseball games. So I have great memories of going to games with my dad. And but my wife was a good companion for me on that trip. So she on this trip this weekend, so she was happy to be a part of it. I don't want to leave her out of it because she's a longtime Vandy fan herself. So I was happy to have her with me, along with my brother and his wife and his 2 kids. So we had a good crew up there.
Jim Wyatt with us. TennesseeTitans.com is where you can consume his Titans coverage, and at J Wyatt Sports on X. Jimmy, 25-3, not a good performance. Again, Cam Ward kind of going through a cycle of good play the last couple weeks and not so good this week. I know he's a rookie, but what was your takeaway from that game?
Yeah, man, I think the discouraging part, and certainly you can't ever hang your hat too much on losing games, but at least in recent weeks, losing 27-20 to the Chargers or 16-13 to the Texans and 30-24 to the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, again, I'm sorry that the bar has been lowered so much over the events of the last couple of seasons that people looking for reasons to be optimistic in losses, but I think that's where we were in recent weeks, is that you saw reasons to believe and reasons to think that things were going to get better. And I think a game like Sunday, I didn't leave there feeling good about anything. I thought Cam took a step back. I thought they looked undisciplined with the penalties that they had. I thought the Jaguars came into the stadium and kind of took control of that game and kind of punked them to some degree, which I think Titans fans are getting tired of seeing. There were too many empty seats in the stadium, and it was a discouraging day. But not all is bad. Just like when you win, not everything's great. Titans haven't won in a long time, so I know a lot of fans don't remember that feeling. But when you lose, I don't think everything is bad. And Cam had an off day, but I still think Cam's going to be okay. He's a rookie. It was not always going to be smooth sailing. I know he's working hard. Some members of this draft class and some other younger guys on this team, I think you should still have reasons to believe that they're going to help this thing turn around. But it's just going to be a process, and it's going to take at least another year of drafting well, doing well in free agency. You got to find a head coach that can help change the culture here. And I think for now, with 5 games left, you just want to see this team fight. You want to see this team show some more positive signs before we hang it up in early January.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
By the way, Vandy Chris pointing out, Jay Cutler was not the last time Vandy won in Neyland. We won there in 2013 with Pat and Robinette, and again in 2017 to keep the Vols out of the Sugar Bowl. Yes, I know that, Vandy Chris. I misspoke. I meant to say that was Billy's last time to see Vanderbilt win in Neyland Stadium. But thank you for looking out. Kevin Wentz.
And I missed you saying that, because I probably would have corrected you too, because I was at those other games myself. But I know you know that, Brent. You are a hardcore Vols fan, like I'm a hardcore Vandy fan.
I was there for the Pat and Robinette game. I remember that.
Always very fair and congratulatory when Vandy wins. So. That's why I don't ever try to gloat when Vandy wins. Believe me, I enjoyed that game on Saturday, but you were one of the first people to congratulate me. Joseph, I saw him in the press box on Sunday. He congratulated me. Had a lot of Tennessee fans be real classy and tell me they were happy for me and for Vandy, but also know there are a lot out there who want to continue to disparage Vandy and make fun of them. So those are the ones.
Well, really, thank you for saying that. But relationships and friendships mean more than sports. So at J Wyatt Sports on X, Kevin Winston's one of those guys you were talking about, has been playing very well. It's good to see the rookie coming off the injury, getting out there and getting all the reps and all those things. He is really taking steps.
I think so, but I think he had a couple of plays too. I think he even liked back, and if he was playing a position and maybe playing something a little bit different than he had of late, and I think he's another guy that's it's going to help him to learn and
exactly
get reps and to be on the field. And to experience, the good and the bad moments and learn from them. But I've just said from the beginning, I think he's going to be one of the best players out of this draft class, and I think he's going to definitely prove that in time.
Definitely a challenge coming up in Cleveland. We keep talking about it. Myles Garrett, 15 sacks in his last 6 games. What do they do with that guy?
Oh, man, try to sneak 15 guys out there on offense and put about 9 guys on the offensive line. It's going to be rough. I mean, and he's a tear. I don't think I even realized myself just the streak that he's on. I was talking to Nick Suss today with the Tennessean, and what has he got, like 15 sacks in the last
6 games.
6 games. Yep.
Yeah, crazy numbers, and already sitting at 19.5. I mean, good Lord, that's a scary thought, having to figure out a way to block him. J.C. Latham's certainly going to have to be on top of his game. I know the move geared around a little bit. It's going to be on a number of guys to stop him more, and Latham are going to be tested by their line. And we'll see. I've been on the forecast. It looks like it's going to be upper 20s, maybe another snow system coming in there. So Shador versus Cam adds a little extra intrigue, especially in the snow. Would be kind of fun for a battle of teams really competing for a draft position at this point.
Yeah, Cleveland 3-9, Titans 1-11.
Oh, that's just great football right there. Can't wait.
Yep.
No, we were talking earlier, Jimmy. Do you remember? Was it last year when who was it? Who did we decide it was? Offensive lineman that Myles Garrett was like
Andre Dillard.
Do you remember that post game from Andre Dillard where he was like, "Yeah, Myles Garrett was telling me what I was doing wrong."
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah, I was standing by him, and a little, I appreciate him being honest there. But that was got to be a pretty humbling moment.
Crazy. Oof.
Jim Wyatt at Jay Wyatt Sports. Thank you, Jimmy. Again, congrats, and have fun in Cleveland this weekend.
Okay, appreciate that. You have a good week.
Thanks, Jimmy. Dress warm.
Oh, man. A lot of love for Jim Wyatt in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Listen, I know we all love our teams. I love my team. But, man, if you've got friends that have experienced a lot of losing in their fandom and they get a big win, you're happy for them. At least I am. You're not going to go that far?
Are you going to be happy for me when Auburn gets back?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm rooting for Alex Golesh.
That's true. He's got Tennessee ties.
Yeah, I like Alex.
Fans are on our side. So. There you go.
He's got an interesting story, personal story too, actually, from Russia.
Okay, well, he's very, he is very blunt.
Very blunt. I appreciate
we'll put it that way. Because what do you say? What do you say to the team? I don't beep and like golf. I don't beep and fish. I don't beep and have hobbies. I coach ball. That's it.
And then in his press conference, they asked him about golf, and he goes, well, my son likes to golf, and my daughter golfs, my wife golfs, but I don't. I coach football.
An LSU coach will be on the Ole Miss staff for the playoffs. Should they get in? They should get in. We'll talk about that next. 3HL.
All right, December 2nd, that means your time is running out to get your house ready for all the guests you're going to have over the holidays. And that also means that you need to call my friends at Zero Res. Z-E-R-O-R-E-Z. It's spelled the same frontwards, forward and backwards, which means you can't forget it. So call them today, visit their website, tell them Dawn sent you, and they can clean your carpets. They can do some air duct cleaning. Maybe you have lots of dogs that shed a lot like I do, and your air ducts are a disaster. Zero Res can handle both of those things. Insanely clean carpets, and nobody cleans like Zero Res because they do it with a special pH balance ZR water, which means no soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals. It's safe for you. It's safe for your family. And that no residue thing means that you have soft, fluffy carpets that stay cleaner longer. Call them at 615-535-9376. I know if you tell them Dawn sent you, they've got a 2 and 3 room special going on right now. You can also book online. That's the easiest. ZeroResNashville.com.
What's happening, good people? If you've been out there thinking about testosterone, or if you've noticed that you're getting a little older, maybe more tired, not motivated to do anything, well, it's not just the aging. It's a physical and mental change that your body's going through. Testosterone can actually help. So Synergix and Low T Center have teamed up to become the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. They've been changing the lives of men across the country for over a decade since starting. A lot of the other players have entered the field, but they can't stand or hold a candle to Synergix and Low T Center. They're the pros that provide you with the most medically driven, results-focused, and winning approach to restoring the quality of the patient, their lives, through hormone care. So real patients tell us every single day they got the energy back, doing better than ever. At work, the wife, they're loving it. So newlyweds, that's how you feel again. Get to crushing it, people. Understand that it's not just for men, the women too, man. You feeling a little tired? Just go get it checked, I'm telling you. All you got to do is book your appointment at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Tupac Tuesday on 3HL, 615-737-1045. You want in. Clark Lee coming up at 4 o'clock, Vanderbilt coach. Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia is the first player in SEC history to have more than 400 total yards in 4 consecutive games. And some of y'all get mad when we bring up the fact that he is included in the Heisman discussion.
He's the
rightfully so.
favorite right now.
He and Mendoza are the FanDuel favorites. They're tied to win the Heisman. Some books have Diego as the favorite.
Yep.
So he's putting up numbers, y'all.
People aren't still upset about that, are they? I mean, because before it was, his stats aren't really there. Well, his stats are there.
Yeah, he's a lightning rod, that guy. He is a lightning rod, that guy. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. And listen, man, whatever we get into and however we discuss things, like, it's cool that we disagree on things with y'all and y'all with us or us with us. And that's how life works. If we all agreed, it'd be a boring place, right? But Diego Pavia, you cannot deny the fact that that dude is definitely one of the best players in college football, might be the best. Again, his head coach at 4:00. By the way, we talked about this yesterday. It looked like Penn State. Number one, what is Penn State doing? They've been coachless for 2 months. Signing day is tomorrow. So yesterday it comes out that they're zeroing in on BYU coach Kalani Sitake, and Babs' opinion in the moment without thought was, number one, he's one of the nicest guys you've ever met.
Best human being ever.
And that people underestimate how much money is rolling around that BYU campus. The Mormon church, y'all.
Yes.
Is one thing.
By the way, the CEO of Crumble Cookies is BYU guy.
Crumble Cookies. I'm not familiar. I've never had one. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Because they're crack in a box, a pink box, a pretty cute pink box. Crack.
They're crack in a pretty little pink box.
Yeah.
Bingo card.
Yeah, they are.
Babs is killing the bingo card lately.
Eh.
The other thing you said was BYU will not lose Sitake based on money. It doesn't matter what Penn State offers. So what's the story today?
So, according to Pete Nakos, BYU is committing $10 to $15 million of NIL on top of revenue sharing. So, whatever the school splits up in revenue sharing, they're getting an extra 10 to 15 mil on top of that. Plus, he's getting a new deal that is currently expected to pay him roughly $9 to $9.5 million annually. I looked up his current contract. He makes roughly around $3 million, according to some reports, which is a $6 to $6.5 million pay bump per year.
Yikes!
My man's about to wake up with a view of this Great Salt Lake.
Provo's amazing.
But
it
is
listen,
Provo. How far away is
he's not
Provo?
a money guy, though. He's not a money. I guarantee you, he's not a money guy.
Hey, he'll find use for it.
Oh, I'm sure he will. But at the end of the day, the investment into the NIL is what's important. And that's what's going to be important.
They got to keep up with the basketball team.
So, yeah.
Right.
So what Penn State should do is, so right now their interim head coach is Terry Smith, who played at Penn State.
Is that not the most interim head coach name ever?
Yeah, people are like, Terry Smith. Was he like the office linebacker on television?
Yeah.
He played at Penn State. He's coached at Penn State since 2014. Just make him the interim head coach. Early signing day's tomorrow. Like, what are y'all doing? They're screwed. If they don't go get this guy, they're screwed.
No, they're not. How far away is Provo from Salt Lake? Do we know? I don't know the Utah geography.
What was my drive? I have gotten a speeding ticket on that drive, P.S.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe twice. Freaking Provo drive.
P.S. What does P.S. mean?
I said actually probably twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said P.S. I started to think personal story. Yeah.
No.
Probably
two
twice.
speeding tickets from Salt Lake City to Provo. About an hour and a half, I think. Hour, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Provo's gorgeous. Beautiful.
All of
that
landscape out there.
stadium in the middle of the mountains when they're snow capped. I mean, it is.
What's that place out there? Park City?
Park City's the ski place.
Yeah. That's pretty too.
Not Provo. That is not Provo.
All right, so Charlie Weiss Jr. was the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss. He left with Kiffin to go to LSU. He will now return to Ole Miss to be the offensive coordinator during their playoff run, then go back to LSU. We will definitely hit on this more later.
I think we agree with what this is. Because Zach before us, Zach Lyons and Blaine and Zach, was like, oh, this is a money thing for Kiff because, if they win a playoff game, he gets a bonus. If they win 2, he gets a bigger bonus. No, it's not.
I don't think it's
It has nothing to
do.
do with money. It is damage control, I think, for Lane Kiffin's reputation. And see,
He's worried about what people think.
I'm a good enough guy to where I don't want these kids to get screwed.
None
so
of
I'm
this
going
is
to
my
make
fault.
sure that they have their OC so the committee can't blame it on the play caller being gone.
Yeah. None of this is my fault.
Yeah.
See, I was willing to coach him during the playoffs.
Right, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to let Charlie Jr.
But Lane, would you
be
have been
there.
recruiting for LSU while you were coaching Ole Miss in the playoff?
Yeah, he would have been
1,000%.
recruiting that entire roster. Hey, guys, come on.
Is that another reason why Charlie Weiss Jr. is back at Ole Miss?
That's what you think.
Yeah, I think he's a mole.
I think that plays into it. I think the saving face and trying to do damage control is the number one thing because
that's what I think.
Would you
I
say
agree with
before
that.
the show is he's a narcissist and that's how they act?
Yeah.
Statement from LSU coach Lane Kiffin on Charlie Weiss's coaching at Ole Miss during the playoffs. Quote, with the playoff committee releasing updated rankings tonight, I wanted it to be known that after conversations with LSU, we are allowing Charlie to return to Ole Miss to coach the team during the playoffs. I've already made the committee aware of this, and I'm hopeful this decision will allow Ole Miss to receive the highest ranking possible because these great players are very deserving of that. I'm excited that Charlie will be back to help coach the greatest team in the history of Ole Miss.
Yeah, it was all his decision.
That's right.
It's all Lane Kiffin's idea.
This is him trying to
Don't worry, Ole Miss.
institute some kind of
I'll help you out
damage
here.
control.
Oh, yes, I control the world.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to think I do. Oh, man. Drama in sports. We got a lot of that. All right, Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee next on 104.5 The Zone.
Okay, sometimes I'm lazy and don't have time. Most of it is I don't have time to do great Christmas gifts. And so I'll be like, I'll just get a gift card and call it a day. Boring. Don't be that person. Give a personal gift, an aura frame to your loved ones, and they are going to love it. Skip the panic, skip the gift card. Get one of their Carver mat frames. You can download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi and then add unlimited free photos and video onto this frame. You can preload it before it even ships, by the way. And then just keep adding from anywhere, anytime. You could even personalize it and add a message before it arrives. Family members, grandparents, parents, aunts and uncles, anybody who's far away. This is such a great gift. My parents loved it, and I still download different pictures on it that because they live far away from us, they can still see baby Babs growing up. So limited time save on this perfect gift. Visit auraframes.com. That's AURA. You get $35 off their best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by the way. And all you have to do is use my promo code DAWN, DAWN. Pretty easy, exclusive to you guys, listeners, and the frames sell out fast. Order now, get it in time for the holidays. And again, use my promo code DAWN, DAWN. That's Aura, AURA, auraframes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
It is 104.5 The Zone. Jeff on the phone with Clark Lee.
Forget about all the sports updates. Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee coming up on 3HL next. For our foundation repair, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news up once on your home for the Titans and Bulls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Well done, Seth. Do you get paid by the word?
No.
Clearly. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. I know it's cloudy out there, but if your feet hit the ground this morning, which clearly they did, it is a beautiful day and an opportunity for you. Dawn Davenport is here.
What up? Even though it's cold.
We just going to skip that right now?
Yeah, we got Coach.
Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee joins us on 3HL, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com. Coach, what's up? How are you?
I'm freezing cold. How are you guys doing?
See?
Is that what you're focused on, Coach?
I am inspired. I'm inspired by your words of encouragement. My feet did hit the floor, and I have an opportunity today, and I do appreciate that.
You do have an opportunity, and we all hope you have a big, fat opportunity coming up. We will talk about that. Where does that win in Knoxville Saturday stack up in your life?
Probably number one, honestly. I mean, it just was meaningful. It's the historic nature of it. The first team in program history to win 10 games, to do it in Knoxville. I mean, and look, I say that with all the respect in the world for Tennessee football and for that arena. I mean, it is the most challenging place to play in our league, and what a passionate fan base and a really good football program, and I'm proud of my team. And so to be able to get our 10th win on the road in the fashion we did, where we were able to kind of slam the door in the second half, I think was just a great way to round out our regular season. And that one's an all-timer for me.
Scores 21-14 late in the fourth quarter, and in the room that I was in, we talked about, Vanderbilt has a real opportunity here. Score a touchdown and then double up because they get the ball first in the second half. Was that the mindset?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the middle eight. So we're trying to, we deferred. There was early in the week we had talked about maybe taking the ball just because Tennessee had so much success in the first drives and in the first quarter. But we really kind of took an approach to the week to make it about us and what is our strategy, what best positions our team, because we believe in who we are. We believe in this group, and so we deferred. And it happened to work out to where we were able to possess the ball there. We chewed the clock out of the first half. I think gave them 12 seconds on their return possession. They kneeled it out. And then, coming out in the second half, that was a drive that was missing for us from the Alabama game. We were in the same position. We just didn't have that return drive. But I thought that was a great way to start the second half. Then we get a stop defensively, and it just kind of snowballed from there for us.
Yeah, so, I've talked to a lot of coaches, and sometimes they say, adjustments at halftime are overblown. And others say, yeah, you really can see things and adjust. So 21-14 turns into 31-3 Vanderbilt, 24-3 in the second half. Were there things that you guys had adjusted to at halftime that you saw and were able to take advantage of in the second half?
Well, I think what you do is you kind of recognize, all right, we have an idea of what their plan is. We have some of the plays on our sheet that we like, some of them that we're going to get beyond, and then you do take a couple of wrinkles maybe that you haven't practiced in the week that you might, as the game is settled and you kind of have an idea of what the opponent's trying to do. These are things that might work for us. So on both sides of the ball, we took some things into that second half that we hadn't called yet that we felt good about. We doubled down on the structures that we liked, and then our kids, played hard and played physically. I mean, the physical nature of that game was, I think, what I was most proud of. And when you play the right way, the game honors toughness, and that's what they did. And I credit our staff for making the necessary adjustments at halftime, and by adjustments just meaning stick with the things that work, throw the things out that doesn't work, and is there a couple things we need add here to be at our best, and the players went out, executed at a high level, but played really, really physically, which again allowed us to separate.
Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee with us on 3HL.
I mean, straight ran the mess out of the ball on him.
What was it, 314 and 5 touchdowns?
I was just going to say, that is just establishing physicality, Coach, right there. That's what that run game's all about, and y'all did it.
Yeah, we say run to win, and I think late in that game we were able to pop a couple that felt like they were kind of the nails in the coffin. And that anytime you can do that, it feels great. And again, that's the kind of team we want to be. And again, I credit our staff and our players for putting us in that position.
All right, Coach, what is Diego Pavia like during halftime? Does he talk a lot? What does he say? Is he too turnt? Like what is a halftime segment where we talk these adjustments and whatever you do? What's Diego Pavia like?
Well, he's locked in, which is what he always is. I mean, he's locked in. He's making connection with coaches, connection with other players. There's never a moment where he's necessarily totally still or totally quiet. Of course, that's our team too. It's just there's an energy in our locker room at halftime. A year ago when we were playing South Carolina at home, it started our November stretch, and it was coming out of a bye week actually. And I came in the locker room at halftime, the locker room, quote unquote, that was our weight room at the time because we were still under construction. And you could hear a pin drop. We were down 7-0, and there was just no energy, no juice. And I let the team have it. And I think part of that, again, was this idea that we were just on the doorstep of being in that game, and what we needed to have is that spirit and energy. I learned a lot about what the team needs from that experience. We were late in the season. We'd given a lot to the year. I felt like we were running out of steam. That was the first time I recognized it. South Carolina goes on to, I feel like, physically put us away in the second half, and I think the final was 28-7. Now when you come into our locker room at halftime, there is a constant buzz and energy. There will be music. Obviously, there's coaching conversations going on. The players are connecting. And Diego's right in the center of that. So engaging with coaches, having conversation with players, and then just making connection across the ball, that kind of sets the tone for us. I'll have a few words for the guys before we go back out, and then we get to work. But, you can always feel his energy. You can always feel his connection, and halftime is no exception. So
Diego is a lightning rod, right? I mean, people love to love him or love to hate him. You're talking to Heisman voters here on this show. So I know that the Heisman campaign is in full steam ahead, two-turnt hats. I see them all around the city now. But why should Diego Pavia be the Heisman Trophy winner in your mind?
Well, because he's the best player in college football. I mean, I think the stats bear that out. I mean, he's done it throwing, he's done it running, he's led the most effective offense in the country. Some of the numbers are a little misleading because, especially early in the season, we were still so methodical. So we haven't snapped the ball as many times as a lot of our competitors have. Late in the season, as we really started to lean on some of the tempo, you saw the potential of what he can do when you don't put any restrictions on him. And so leading the comeback against Texas, which we fell just short, gave way to erasing the deficit we had against Auburn in our offense, taking over that game. There was a dominant performance against Kentucky, in which he set records, and then obviously the game against Tennessee where he also set records. So to me it's a no-brainer. The impact he's had on our team, the way he's transformed, this program, the consistency he's played with throughout the season, the numbers are all there. He's the best player in the game, and he deserves to be honored that way. And I hope that he's recognized for that because he deserves it. I mean, this is a guy that has found ways to improve throughout his career, found ways to prove people wrong throughout his career. And he takes over the game when he's behind center, and there's only so many people that can do that. He happens to be one of them. And again, I don't think there's any question he's the best player in the country and deserves not only to be in New York, but to win the award.
Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee with us on 3HL. Coach, another question where you've got to kind of defend and sell and all those things. But and I know you don't view it that way, but if the system put the flat out 12 best teams, we were talking about this yesterday, in the country into the playoff, Vanderbilt would be in. However, they do not do it that way. And you guys should be in, but likely will not be. If each prospective playoff coach were allowed the opportunity to address the committee, what would you say in that room?
Well, I mean, again, where we're positioned right now has everything to do with the fact that our team has not been given the credit for the entirety of the season for how good we are, and that has meant when we've won games against teams, they have tumbled out of the top 25. All right, even though obviously we play in the best league in the country, and it's like it is clockwork that we'll play against a ranked team. When we played against 4 of them that have been ranked in the top 15 when we played them, and now they're out of the top 25 after we beat them. It's just there's a lack of respect there. We're 10-2 against the spread. That indicates that there's something in the way the projected point differential is set up and the way the computers view our team that says we're not actually respected for how good we are. We were 2.5-point underdogs going to play at Tennessee, a game we won by 21 points. So, and by the way, too, and I wish I had this in front of me, but I'm almost certain that when Oklahoma beat Tennessee by 6 points, they rose in the poll a certain number of spots. We actually fell in the AP poll.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
After we beat Tennessee by 21. So you tell me what's going on here. I mean, it's absurdity. So we're a 10-win SEC football team. We were undefeated at home. Our 2 losses are on the road at Alabama and at Texas. Both games we were within striking distance in the fourth quarter. I would love to play those 2 games again. Just like anything. Hey, we've learned a lot about our team, and what did we do from those games? We grew. We got better. We strengthened, and we're playing our best football here late. We have a Heisman front runner taking snaps for us at quarterback. He's such a fun and dynamic player to follow. College football would love to see this guy in the playoff playing under the brightest lights, biggest stages. We're 11th in the country in terms of strength of record. There's only 4 teams ranked ahead of us that have a stronger strength of schedule. We are the most efficient offense in the. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
This has got to be about blind resumes. If they were looking at this blind resumes, I think it would absolutely strengthen our case, but it's not. So they look at our logo, they attach the bias they have that Vanderbilt football can't be that good, whatever, and we find ourselves in a position where we have to scrap it out. And I have said, you tell me where we need to go and play this weekend. And I'm there with my team, and they're ready. If that's at Miami, we'll go to them. At Miami, at Utah, at Notre Dame, wherever. We believe in this team. We believe this team deserves a chance to play for a national championship. And whatever it takes for us to get in, we will do it.
Those points you just made, we talked about yesterday. Babs made the point that the blind resume thing. And that led us down a path of,
I was talking about Notre Dame.
Yeah.
How I don't think they should be in.
The human personality and the human psyche, I guess, sees the word Vanderbilt and has this historic notion of what they expect you guys to be. You're not in that box. Mm-hmm. You're simply not in that box. And my question is, what does this team have to do with any of those other teams?
Well, and here's what I'm going to tell you. This will be the only time we have to deal with this because perception changes are just a lag effect of results. And so here's the deal. Our final game at 24 was a win in the Birmingham Bowl against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is a team that the entire season got the benefit of the doubt, was ranked ahead of us for most of the season as we were battling through the gauntlet of the SEC. That is in and of itself a signal of the bias and the discrepancy in terms of how we're treated. And it felt like as the year went on there was like more, the gap got wider. There was more we had to do to earn that respect. And so here we are, in a situation where I'm riding home from Tennessee, and on the ticker on the bottom line, it's like, hey, Vanderbilt has a 10% chance of getting in the playoff. and that's absurd. So what I ask the committee to do is look at the facts over the bias. That's the blind resume part of it. We just look at the data and tell me that we don't have a really strong case to be in that playoff. And if you can look at the facts and disregard the bias, I think there's no way we're not competing for a national championship.
One more thing that's great stuff, Coach. One more thing on the way out. I know you can't specifically talk about players until tomorrow in terms of high school players, but if there were a 5-star quarterback signed with you, how big would that be for your program?
Well, yeah, to your point, the only thing that I am clearly aware of is that I can't comment on individual recruits, and I want to be very careful not to do that. I will say, in general, all the momentum that we're building right now is rippling out in every facet of our program, including recruiting, and it's giving us opportunities to finish right now with this class in a way that I'm really excited about. And it's going to give us opportunities as we get to the portal in early January to strengthen our roster in ways that we haven't been able to do. So all those things are positive. And look, we have a challenge ahead of us with respect to, replacing some high-level production that'll be leaving our program, some really impactful players that have helped us get to this point. And so our attention as we do turn the page is going to be on how we strengthen, how we pull the momentum forward, how we build a better program. And the legacy of this team will be the platform they've given us from which to launch forward. And it's my job to help us reach for new heights.
Coach, do you remember SEC Media Days? I think it was, 2 years ago? Maybe 2 years ago, where you got up on the podium and talked about winning a national title, and there was a lot of people that laughed about it. Do you remember that moment and the response to it, and how does it feel?
And the journey's fun, huh?
Yeah, how does it feel like? I mean, we're talking about, I know you're not talking about it, but we're talking about a possible 5-star quarterback and recruiting and, a college football playoff appearance and all these things.
Yeah, so that was July of 22, and that was coming off our debacle of a first season where we were 2-10, and what I said was, in time we'll build the best program in the country, and I swear to God, there was no part of that statement that I thought would. I mean, I'm just speaking my truth. That's my belief. I don't shy away from that, and I think Vanderbilt football was like on the ESPN headlines for a full 24 hours. And it was basically saying, look at this lunatic. And I think the world was laughing. And I remember calling Barton and saying, hey, look, I guess they say, there's no such thing as bad attention or whatever.
Yeah, just spell my name right.
Yeah. So ultimately, I said it because it was what was on my heart and it was my belief. And we've committed to process, and we've also pivoted. We've had to make adjustments along the way, but that's what smart people do. We figure it out. We're going to find a way through. It still comes down to the fact that this place has great bones. It's a top 15 school in Nashville, Tennessee, playing in the SEC. It's a school that historically has never paid attention to football, never invested in football, never cared for this program. And when I signed up for this job, I knew that I had alignment and partners with the chancellor and with our athletics director. So that was a starting point. And what we've had to do is just strengthen that partnership and continue to kind of walk shoulder to shoulder and adjust together and adapt together and to get to this point. But when you have that connection, when you have that alignment, I think anything's possible. And that's what we're showing right now.
So many coaching openings going on. We were sitting here when there was no word out of Vanderbilt camp for a couple of weeks on extension or, is Coach Lee looking elsewhere? What's going to happen? Obviously, Vandy is home. You make the decision to stay. The investment is there. But why stay? Why not consider other jobs? And why is Vanderbilt the place for you to continue?
Well, I want to be clear. I think the narrative of this is home is not actually true to what I believe in. I mean, this is my career. So this is about winning. It's about establishing a winning program that sustains championship level play over time. That's always been the focus. And I believe that there's potential for that here, but there has to be continued investment and support. And again, go back to the alignment. The alignment has to be there with the vision of sustained success at a championship level. So, to say, I think all of us need to constantly challenge where we are and what we're doing. And all of us need to take time to step back and say, is this inspiring to me? Do I believe in it? Is this headed in the direction that I want for it to go? The trouble is, as a college football coach right now, you have to do that while you are also preparing your team to win games. And that is the focus. And so I'm really proud of the fact that as all this was kind of buzzing around, that I've got a team and a coaching staff that maintained an incredible level of focus on the task at hand to do what we needed to do. I was able to compartmentalize in my role and where I needed to, lift up and think big picture, I was able to do it. When I needed to step in and dial in, I did that too. In the end, here's my belief. The roots that we've planted here, and I'm talking about program roots, run deep. This is not something that's happened overnight, though it can be treated that way on the surface level. This has been 5 years of blood and guts, investment, foundation, and we're really proud of that. I think in a lot of ways, all these programs that are looking for coaches want what we have. And so I am not going to be fast to walk away from that. I do not think that is overrated in terms of the investment that we put into this, the foundation we've laid in place. And then it becomes a question of, are we pointed in a direction? Is there a clear trajectory here to continue to elevate the program? And that's where conversations between me and the chancellor and Candace become so critical to this shared vision for what the future looks like. And I can tell you, I came away from those totally inspired around what they believe in and what they believe is possible. And my job is to keep pushing, keep pushing the limits, keep pushing in that void between where we are and where we want to be. But I'm also very proud and energized by the fact that I've got leaders ahead of me that are with me stride for stride. And so why Vanderbilt? Because this is a place that we've created exactly how we've wanted to do it. We've got the roots in place. We've got the foundation in place. The challenge moving forward is going to be sustaining. And again, how are we going to replace very important pieces that will be moving on after this season? How do we find a way to elevate the product on the field, to keep it energized in our stadium? But those are the fun parts. When I know I have alignment and support from very top positions of leadership at the university and within our department, it is so exciting to think about what we can accomplish. It will be hard, but it will certainly be fun.
Well, selfishly, we're glad that the extension thing is there, and we're going to love having you on the show. You always give everything you have to everything you do, including these conversations with us ridiculous people. One thing on the way out, I know Slay was upset that he's covering basketball in Bristol. He'll be all over the ESPN properties today, but he did want to tell you hello and congrats on the win. And speaking of SEC Media Days, I'm sure your greatest memory at SEC Media Days was Slay on his knee replacement scooter. You kept running up to him. I know you enjoyed that.
Well, I just feel like it was so dramatic. And honestly, I know. I can only imagine that he's still in that damn scooter. Like, I'm sure he's still wheeling around everywhere. At some point, you have to be recovered. That's at least my belief. So
he's complaining about his hip now, so the scooter may return.
Next year, SEC Media Days. Dang, I wish Slay was here just so you could give him a little jab, Coach. You know?
Yeah,
That's all right. In time. There
congrats on Vanderbilt's first 10-win season ever, and good luck with regard to Diego going to New York and you guys hopefully getting in that playoff situation. Thank you very much for your time, as always.
Always fun to be with you guys. Y'all take care.
All right, there he is, Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee. Zeph, are they going to be mad at us?
No. Who's they?
Vanderbilt. What was our window?
Oh, yeah, we went over by 10 minutes.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
Absolutely
I didn't know.
Beth goes, can I ask one more? I was like, hell yeah, go.
Yeah, I was told 4 to 4:15.
And
it's
tell him I'm sorry.
It's 4:26.
Well, you didn't tell me.
That last question from you got the most interesting response. Like, this isn't about being home. This is about the program, which I thought was interesting. That's the business over personal thing, right?
Yes. And also,
a lot of people were freaking out about that.
He was basically saying, you better keep the resources there and keep them coming.
Don't get comfy.
Don't get comfy.
I'll be here, but don't get comfy.
That's right.
Loved it. Thank you very much to Vanderbilt for allowing us that opportunity.
Yes, and I'm sorry that we went over.
And for Clark Lee. Yeah, Babs did not know. Powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. If you want to react, 615-737-1045. Nobody's blaming you, Babs. BrentwoodJewelry.com. Maybe you could send some jewelry over Vanderbilt's way. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. It is, what is today? December 2nd? Yeah. Christmas coming up in 23 days. Well, Brentwood Jewelry is open Monday through Friday from 9 until 7. Excuse me. 9 until 7, Monday through Friday. Saturday, 9 to 5. Sunday, 1 to 5 through Christmas. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Brentwood community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, Brentwood Jewelry deeply rooted within the community. From Salem service in the Special Forces to his sons serving as local firefighters, the Imamli family is dedicated to giving back. Shop local, support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. And what's bigger and better about this situation, this group of people, is that they focus in on relationships. That's what's important. So they have the inventory to help you out with any of your gifting opportunities. But when you get to know these guys, you will always go there. They are very special people, and you'll understand that. Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style. Exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport. Hopefully you enjoyed that conversation with Clark Lee, whether you're a Vanderbilt fan or not. Really interesting guy and incredible story. Tupac Tuesday. Slay would have loved to have been here for that.
Yes.
He and Clark Lee love to give each other crap.
Yes, I know.
I like
That's
that
why I
little
was
jab about the scooter. That was hilarious.
He's probably still on the damn thing. That's what Clark said. Oh. 615-737-1045. If you would like to react to that conversation, certainly welcome. Chase in Columbia. Chase, what's up?
Hey, Mayor, what's up, Babs?
Hey,
What's
Chase.
up?
I am good. Neutral Auburn fan here. I've called in before, but can't tell you how impressed I am with Clark Lee.
Yeah.
That dude is just—he's got it rolling. And the main thing, I'm so glad you brought that up, Don. I was one of the ones laughing at him 3 years ago, but man, dude, he backed it up. Now the interesting thing, I got some really good friends that are Vandy fans as long as Jim Wyatt's been, and I'm so happy for them. But we've been debating all year. You'll get this reference really well, Don. But is he Gene Chizik and Diego's his Cam, or is he going to sustain it? And I tell you, I don't think he's Gene Chizik. I think he's going to sustain it, especially if he gets Curtis and signs these players. But I think he's got the program built up. And yeah, it was fascinating at the end. Great question, Don. That got him to say, let me, this notion of home, being at home. No, man, I got to have resources, and I'm competing for daddies.
That's right. I'm not just going to stay to stay.
More than anything.
I'm not going to stay to stay.
There,
that was interesting.
And that quote from him right there, Chase, is exactly why he's not like Gene Chizik, right? I mean, that's exactly. Because he's like, listen, the resources better keep coming.
Well, and Clark Lee is very buttoned up. He's very management organized, let's say that. He's very personable. He's a really good leader. He's just put together, And I think he mentioned Barton Simmons, and y'all can look him up. We've known him a long, long time since he worked for 24/7 Sports and all these things. Barton is a big factor. He's the general manager of Vanderbilt. He is a big factor to the success of what's going on over there. There are lots of things. We've talked about this. Thank you, Chase, for the phone call. Appreciate you, man. We've talked about this being a perfect storm kind of thing. I mean, if you go back 2 off seasons ago, we've talked about this. Clark Lee was coaching for his job. He was coming off a 2-10 season where they lost 10 games in a row to finish the season. And they had lost 9 consecutive SEC games going back to the previous year.
Yeah.
And completely flipped it. So props to them. I know a lot of y'all can't stand them or whatever, and that's what makes sports fandom great. All of our opinions and all of our energy. But man, what a story. What a story.
Also, by the way, Chase, I don't know if you saw, for Auburn, DJ Durkin will remain as the defensive coordinator.
That's huge.
Under Alex Golish.
See, that's an example of stability.
Yep.
And clearly that was Alex Golish's first thing.
Yeah.
Right? And it should have been. So that's good. 615-737-1045.
As long as he's not the head coach.
Peyton in Hendersonville. Peyton, what's up? Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Don, so you said during that Clark Lee conversation that Notre Dame shouldn't be in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't think they should be in the playoff, give me a list of teams that you think should be in. And secondly, have you watched a single Notre Dame game this year?
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yes.
You
I've
have?
watched lots of everybody.
Well, and the watch for Notre Dame for me is Jeremiah Love. And so I wanted to make sure that
and
I saw
did you
that
see
dude
what
play.
he put out today too, by the way? It's a social media post that makes you wonder if he's done.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Anyway, I'll pull it up so I can read exactly what he put. But of course, it's all like reading into it. But anyway, Peyton, just so you know, like whatever teams I work, I watch all of their games from the start of the season to up where they are now. So that is why I've had an opportunity to watch a bunch of different teams, because I always make sure to go back and watch opponents or common opponents for everybody that I end up having to work during a season.
Well, and we've talked about this, and you didn't mention it, but you also record a lot of games and watch a lot of football. I mean,
Yes.
she's like us.
Okay, so
Like, she watches a lot of football.
so give me a list of teams that you think should be in there, besides Notre Dame? You didn't never answer the question.
Okay. Well, okay. First of all, there's like
She
12
answered your first
freaking
question.
teams. I answered your first one. Do you want to go down the list of who we think should be in? Okay. Are we going to do this? Do you want to do this now? Do we have time? We're about to go to break, but
No,
we can come back and we can
Thank you,
go
Peyton, for
through
your
all
phone
of
call.
it.
Appreciate it.
Like clearly Notre Dame person. My issue is the lack
Which is
of quality
fine.
wins, which is totally fine. Yeah. But if you want, when we come back, let's go through who I think should be in the college football playoff with all of the metrics.
You've got USC and you've got Pitt, who fell out of the top 25. But if you make the Vandy argument, a lot of their wins came out of teams that are not in the top 25 as of yet. But, yeah.
So
yeah, we can do that.
their quality win is USC, right? Ranked what, 15 now? Whatever the
Or Pitt was
latest.
ranked when they played them, and they fell out because they beat them. But, you know, that's
right, which
one of
also
those
happened to Vanderbilt a bunch.
also.
Now,
It's-
I'm not putting Notre Dame up against Vanderbilt. Like, I don't think Vanderbilt's in either. So if that's what you're asking, why I would put, I never said I would put Vanderbilt in and not Notre Dame in.
It's easier
I don't
to
think
do
either one of them are in.
who should be in the top 12 if it was simply the top 12, right? Because then I think you put Notre Dame in. I think you put Vanderbilt in.
And me and you have
put Miami
argued
in.
too. We have argued numerous times over from a conference standpoint where, you know, I'm not necessarily all SEC either.
Should Texas be in? Because Texas elected to play at Ohio State, who is undefeated, number one team in the country. They could have played Central Arkansas, like a lot of these teams do. If they would have done that, they would be 10-2, and they would be in.
Well, they would still have a loss to a 4-8 Florida team.
Right, but they still...
Which is a terrible loss.
Which is a
terrible
bad
loss, but
which
they're
is a
still
really bad
10-2 and would at least be in the discussion. Okay,
well,
let me put it that way.
And to what would make Peyton happy is you also need to look at how they're playing at the end of the season too. But my issue too with the, you know, we talk about the head-to-head has to matter. I don't care if it's at the beginning of the season or not. It has to me, it has to matter. Otherwise, why are we playing the games? And then I look at Alabama.
I agree with that.
Let's say Alabama loses.
People disagree with us on that, but I agree with you on
A
that.
lot. And I get teams can grow throughout the year and get better. And one of the keys is playing your best ball and having your best players healthy at the end of the year when you're heading into the college football playoff. I get it. And they have written in that, we call it the Jordan Travis clause, right? They've written that into their decision making from a college football playoff committee standpoint. But we talked about this a little bit yesterday, too. You look at Alabama. Okay, Alabama is playing in the SEC championship game. They lose to Georgia. They have 3 losses. Should they be out just because now they have 3 losses and it was in an SEC title game? You shouldn't be penalized for making it to your conference title game either from that standpoint. And then I'm all about the quality wins, too, as far as how important they are.
I think let's start the exercise.
And that's probably where Vanderbilt, I think, is probably behind, right? What's their biggest quality win?
Right. I mean, the head coach just said we beat 4 ranked teams, and now they are out. We knocked them out of the top 25, and now they're not in.
But they're just not good teams now.
Their strength of schedule is 25. He gave you the cases for Vanderbilt. But I think to start the exercise when we come back, maybe go down the list of teams that are automatically in no matter how much we want to talk about it. And then go from there.
And then go from there.
Yeah, because there's a healthy list.
Okay.
615-737-1045.
All right, I want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville because they're the best, and they replaced all of my windows and doors in my rental property and my home, too, because we had little bugs crawling in our downstairs windows, so we had to replace them. I did all the research for you. I went through all the companies, and even before I started talking to them on the radio, talking about them on the radio, I chose them to replace my windows because I loved the people at Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. I loved their deal, and I love how they have lifetime warranties on all their products. And then on top of it, they have an extra labor warranty, 10-year labor warranty too, which is leading in the industry. And I talk about the price and the deals for the month of December. The Dawn deal, they let me do a different deal every single month for you guys. And if you just call and ask for the Dawn deal, they'll give it to you. No interest, no payments for 24 months. That's 2 full years. You get 50% off qualifying installations. And then on top of it, an additional 5% off materials. They are celebrating 100 years in business. They do things right. You can schedule your free consultation. Check out that limited time special offer online. As for the Dawn deal, PellaNashville.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Have a little college football playoff discussion. The latest rankings come out tonight. Also, by the way, Tennessee playing at Syracuse tonight. Vols favored by 7.5. The game tips at 6 o'clock. We will carry it in progress starting at 7 following Mac Talk. So,
this is their first true road game for the Vols.
Mm-hmm. By the way, it's snowing its ass off in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Anybody see any snowflakes last night?
No.
It was just cold rain where I was.
Rain.
Let's see. So, in terms of college football playoff, my thought is if the best 12 teams were in, Vandy would be in. It's not that way. And unfortunately,
So
Vanderbilt's going to get left out unless weird things happen. Like if Alabama lost to Georgia 35-7 on Saturday, would that knock Bama out of it and maybe move Vandy into it despite the head-to-head?
No.
Vanderbilt would be 10-2. Bama would be 10-3 at that point.
No.
So you think Bama, even if they got just Shiano housed on Saturday, gets in?
I don't know about Shiano housed.
Right. Like my example was if they lost 35-7, which I don't think is going to happen.
Do you see that happening?
No. But the whole, like, I don't know how good Alabama's playing right now. You know what I mean?
I think unless they lose by 50.
They got
this is not a
outgained by
conversation.
Auburn by more than 100 yards. Still found a way to win. Weird call to go for it on fourth down.
No, you know what that was?
Lack of
very large.
Is it
you know
that?
what?
Or
Absolutely.
he didn't want to put his defense back out there only up 3.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Regardless.
Both could be true.
Both can be true. Yeah. Regardless, to
All right.
make that decision. I mean, Reese never questions heavily decisions like that on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did.
There are 8 guarantees if you look at the 12-team
All right,
field.
let's go through this.
Ohio State and Indiana, who actually play Saturday, and maybe they end up playing again.
Awesome.
Georgia and Oregon, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Texas A&M.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
The G5 champ thing.
Whoever it is, it's not going to be more than one.
So that's 8.
Yep.
So that means, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Yes, 8. So you've got 4 spots.
Now, do you want to include ACC champion, even though it's not a guaranteed, if Virginia wins?
If Virginia
they have
wins,
2
are
losses,
they in?
They're the ACC champion. I think.
Their strength of schedule is crap.
But they win the conference.
Right. Or is the best team in the ACC not playing in the championship game?
Oh, yeah. You can absolutely say that.
So should
But-
Miami be in and not Virginia or Duke?
No, because Miami and Virginia didn't play. So they can't, there's nothing Virginia can do about that. Now, and then you want to say, okay, well, they have 2 losses. One of them a really bad loss to Wake Forest. Well, Wake Forest is a bowl team, a bowl game team, which is crazy. Jake Dickert has done a phenomenal job. But Virginia lost their quarterback, who is the heart and soul of their team, who runs that offense during that game. And their defense didn't give up any touchdowns in that game either. They just lost.
Here's who.
But they didn't have their quarterback in that game. So I feel like you can kind of look at that as a wash. But regardless, I mean, you can't set a precedent of your conference champ, even though the ACC's tie-breaking, you know, what it should be is Virginia versus Miami in the ACC title game. And the ACC's tie-breaking stuff is ridiculous. So that's how you have Duke in with 5 losses.
Yahoo Sports has these teams as locks. Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana, Texas Tech, Oregon, Texas A&M. They've got Oklahoma as a lock.
Okay.
2-loss Oklahoma team, which I feel like they're in too. And they have Notre Dame as a lock.
Why? So the caller that wanted
They've
to
won
question
10 in a row.
If I've even watched a Notre Dame game this year. This is where I am on Notre Dame. Let's just say, Okay, let's just say. Well, so we just went through what we thought were our locks. I don't know why Notre Dame's a lock, honestly. But so then let's say, okay, you've got 4 teams battling for the last spot. If you put Ole Miss as a lock, right, and not Oklahoma, like you just said, okay, Notre Dame, Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami. Let's just compare Miami and Notre Dame here, and this is where I'll tell you why I don't think Notre Dame's in. Quality wins. Their quality win is USC. Ranked what? 15th or 17th? 17th, I think. Miami's wins versus FPI, which is strength of schedule, right? Top 40 teams. Miami has 5. Notre Dame has 2. Wins over the college football playoff rankings, top 10. Notre Dame has none. Miami has 1. And it's over Notre Dame. So if you talk about head-to-head having to matter, even if it's at the beginning of the season, that's where I am on Notre Dame. Not enough quality wins and 2 wins over top 40 schedule teams, strength of schedule teams, right? That's where I am on that. So there's your answer for why I don't think Notre Dame's in. Now, listen, this could even get crazier. I mean, we didn't even mention BYU. We didn't even mention BYU. What if BYU goes and beats Texas Tech in the Big 12 title game? BYU has 1 loss. I said yesterday, I'm like, the only reason Kalani Sitake even thinks about leaving BYU is because he doesn't feel like they get the respect when it comes to the college football playoff committee and all of that. And you go to Penn State and all of a sudden you have the name behind you to where you have a season where you only have 1 loss. You're certainly making it in the college football playoff.
Notre Dame gets in front of BYU, don't they?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, because you can make the same schedule comment
Strength of
about
schedule
BYU
about
because
BYU.
Their only win is against Utah, and they lost to
Correct.
Texas Tech, and it wasn't close. But
Yep, I agree. Which is why BYU isn't even in, unless they win the Big 12 championship game, and then it's a different conversation. But that's why they're not even in my last 4 of who's in and who's out.
615-737-1045 is the number, 615-737-1045. I was going to ask you something real quick, and I cannot remember what it is. Oh, by the way, this is what it was. And I'm going to use your phrase from yesterday. By the way, somebody in the chat, I lost it. Asking about Duke at 7-5, do they automatically get in if they win the ACC? No. They will not get in.
Dude.
It's a good thing they changed that rule because can you imagine
it's a good thing they changed that rule, but
can you imagine if Duke at 7-5 won the ACC conference game and got an automatic qualifier in?
Right.
See, this is the ACC just screwing themselves.
Well, and the whole group of 5 thing, that's all great. Y'all have a chance and all these things, but you get in the first round and you're more than a 20-point underdog to whoever you play.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's playing out.
I wonder which group of 5 teams going to get in.
I haven't looked lately. Is it North Texas?
It's Tulane is who it's been.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why Summerall wants to keep coaching. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, it all depends on.
But then you have James Madison.
Yeah, James Madison. I mean, it all depends on conference champion. For them, the conference championship games matter more than anything.
Yes. Because what if Duke beats Virginia? Virginia's out. They're not putting Duke in. Then does that
Then
open it up
Miami.
for another group of 5? I mean, I wouldn't if I were on the playoff committee, but that's me.
No, there will not be 2 group of 5.
Right.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
You're trying. You're trying.
Just throwing out different things.
Yeah. 615-737-1045. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right. Want to tell you about Trajan Wealth, because what better gift for your family this holiday season than maybe the peace of mind? A tailored investment portfolio can provide that. And my friends at Trajan Wealth can help you as well. Call them today for your complimentary consultation. I have just gone through everything with them in the entire process, and it's amazing. They can be your partner in your financial wealth journey. And maybe that's, hey, I want to retire in 2 years. How do I make that happen? Well, guess what? It's one thing to go ahead and save for retirement, but it's completely another to actually feel ready for it. And that's where Trajan Wealth can help you build a real plan, less guesswork, more peace of mind. They explained everything. We are going through our options as a family. Never once tried to sell me something that I don't need. Trajan Wealth can help you to get your plan started today as well. So give them a call, 615-270-5000. They have locations in Brentwood and Franklin, and they can help you. You can go to their website, learn more about them, TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
What's happening, y'all? MedicalHouseCalls.com is what you need to go lean into when you're trying to get back on your feet, feeling the right way you're supposed to. Yeah, that's like natural. You know how you're supposed to feel. If you're not that way, you need somebody to call on. And that's where Medical House Calls comes in. And do they come to your door? You're absolutely right to do. That's why House Calls is right there on the end of it. Primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy, doesn't matter, they feel it. And now how it works, you got to understand this. You call or text Medical House Calls. That's right, text Medical House Calls, and their teams will assess you. The number, 615-838-2375. 615-838-2375. You book your visit, and after a quick chat, medical providers will be at your door to deliver care that gets you back ASAP. I've been through it myself. We've done it on the show. IVs tailored just for you. It don't get better than this. Take all this stuff of having to leave the house, get all the kids and everything, and go to the urgent care. Not anymore. They come to you 7 days a week. It's medicalhousecalls.com.
Good evening. It's 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studios. Number 13 Tennessee basketball will head on the road for the first time this season as they will make a trip to Syracuse where it is snowing to take on the Orange in the ACC SEC Challenge. Tip-off is at 6. You can catch the Ball Network call of the game. Joined in progress right here on the Zone starting at 7. Also, some other big college basketball matchups tonight include Dawn Davenport's number 4 Duke Blue Devils hosting number 15 Florida at 6:30. Number 21 Kansas will host number 5 UConn at 8. And number 18 Kentucky will host number 16 North Carolina at 8:30. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTM.com. Breaking news at once, and you're home with the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three at 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful evening in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Tomorrow we've got Todd Furman on. We'll talk about all the championship games coming up this weekend from a point spread perspective. By the way, I took James Madison to win the conference before the season began.
Oh, good pick.
It pays off big.
Can you buy out of it now?
Yes. And so Todd told me I should let it roll.
I told you should let
Who
it
does
roll.
James Madison play?
They host Troy. James Madison, a 23.5-point favorite on Friday night.
Let it roll.
You guys are bad influences. Bird in hand. It's like $100 difference.
Oh, let it ride.
Let it ride.
I've got the point spreads for you for the games coming up this weekend. If you're on hold, stay there. We will go to the phones. We have nothing else guest-wise. If you missed our conversation with Clark Lee, he was something.
That was a good one.
He did a great job. He's very thoughtful with his answers and great communicator. But if you missed it, you can get it where you get your podcast. Rate, review, subscribe, download the 3HL podcast, and get that done. Babsy is here, y'all.
What up? Hit it, Jeff.
I don't give a damn about my reputation.
Dun, 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 dun. Are you on the phone? Yeah, he's on the phone. Our lines have lit up about the college football playoff discussion.
Absolutely love it. 615-737-1045. We can have healthy conversation about all of those things. Lots of opinions, which is great.
Yes.
By the way, James Franklin has flipped a 4-star wide receiver commit from Penn State to Virginia Tech. He's rating Penn State. By the way, I saw somebody tweet this. I need to look it up. But Virginia Tech went, like 3 weeks ago, their recruiting class was ranked like 134, and now they're ranked like 30.
Yeah. It's nuts.
But
So
anyway,
is that the 5th Penn State guy? I think he's
I think that's
now?
right.
Yeah.
But this is why I wrote this down. The guy's name, y'all, Fat Rat Brown.
No.
Yes.
I saw that one on social media. That's the best football name ever.
Fat Rat Brown. He's coming. Quick note, the transfer portal does not open until January 2nd, in case you were wondering. That's why you see all these stories about plans to enter the portal from these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
3 Degree Lee, the Vanderbilt athletics director, who was nicknamed that by us, I'm sure she's proud, wrote, quote, "If you want to be stuck in the past, shame on you because you'll miss what this is." End quote. Did you know? This is a little Titans nugget about someone we love. Did you know the last time the Titans blocked a punt was in 2012? The man that blocked the punt, Tim Shaw.
Oh.
They were close several times on Sunday.
That's why Fossil was asked about it, and he said the goal is to change that date, which I thought was great.
To the point where the punter was trying to fight the entire special teams of the Titans.
Talking about fighting, that's what Tim Shaw does every day with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
T. Shaw Truth, if you want to follow him. But wanted to get that nugget out there. And then we mentioned this one earlier. Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, first player in SEC history to have more than 400 total yards in 4 consecutive games. All right, point spreads for this weekend's games, and we'll go to the phones and get you guys to comment on what you think about the college football playoff. The latest rankings, before we do the damn thing, is tonight. All right, Troy at James Madison. James Madison favored by 23.5. That game is Friday at 6 o'clock. North Texas at Tulane. Trying to figure out who this G5 combatant will be. North Texas favored on the road against Tulane by 2.5. That game Friday at 7 o'clock. If you haven't seen the North Texas quarterback, do it. BYU at Texas, against Texas Tech. It's in Jerry World in Arlington. BYU against Texas Tech. Texas Tech is favored by 12.5.
Whew, that's big.
Double digit in a championship environment. Georgia and Alabama in the SEC title game in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Dome. Georgia favored by 2.5 over Alabama. Duke and Virginia. Duke with 5 losses, playing for the conference championship against Virginia.
This line makes me scratch my head.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, Virginia favored by 3.5.
It's crazy to me. So the last time Virginia played Duke was 3 weeks ago, and they were up 31-3 at half.
And that was a point spread where before the game even happened, Todd said the week before, if both teams win, people are going to be shocked that Duke's going to be a 6.5, 7-point favorite. Well, both teams lost, and Duke was still a 6.5-point favorite and then got housed.
To which I said, I don't understand the line. Did I not?
Right. So a lot of those
part
guys.
Of it was they didn't know if Chandler Morris, Virginia's quarterback, was going to make it back from concussion. So that was part of it because they're a completely different team without him.
We'll ask Todd about this line tomorrow. I think he will say that this line is overinflated based on the result 3 weeks ago. That's how those guys look at it.
Well, and
data
then
points is
the
what
final score too was closer than what the game was too.
Indiana and Ohio State. They're playing in Indianapolis. Ohio State favored by 4.5.
Mr. Babs will be there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he told me that. He told me like 2 months ago he bought it to you.
Yeah. I know. I was like,
very
I hope
confident.
they make it.
He was very confident.
Are you guys surprised that College Game Day picked the SEC championship game over 1 versus 2?
No, and Dawn, you can stay out of this one, but whose contract does ESPN and ABC have?
It's a good point.
I'm not saying that's why that decision was made that way, but why are you at that game and not the 1 versus 2 matchup?
Not the right decision.
Right. By the way, FanDuel has a line out on LSU at Ole Miss next November, 2026.
Oh, it's so great.
Dive in early, kids, if you want this one.
You have no idea what the rosters are going to look like even. No clue.
This is clearly just trying to get people with the Lane Kiffin thing to make bets. LSU is favored next November at Ole Miss by 1.5.
And it's 1.5. It's
Basically like a
pick 'em.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people would blindly bet on LSU.
Probably, yes.
Thinking that Ole Miss's roster is going to get demoralized.
Right. And their head coach is Pete Golding.
Speaking of LSU, this has nothing to do with that Ole Miss game. But I just saw a report that apparently defensive coordinator Blake Baker, who Lane Kiffin did keep on staff or is trying to keep on staff as a defensive coordinator, did interview for the Tulane job yesterday. Another name to watch for Tulane, also Billy Napier.
Interesting. Question in the chat from Bibbidi Bobbidi B. Is OSU and IU a big noon kick? No, it's at 7 o'clock. You get to end your conference championship Saturday with 2 games at 7 o'clock. Duke, Virginia, and Indiana, Ohio State. I'm so sorry, ACC championship.
Yeah, I wonder who's...
The ratings differential between these 2 games.
I wonder who people are going to be tuned into.
Wow. I mean, might as well just go play that game in a forest.
I mean, I guess with the ability to do multi-box on streaming networks now.
Yeah.
But I know which one will be heavily favored.
GE and Brentwood. GE, what's up?
Babs, Mayor, how are you all tonight?
Great, sir. How are you?
Just fine. For 2 or 3 things. First, isn't it good that we're arguing about who's in the 10th or 11th or 12th teams as opposed to the 4th or 5th? I mean, you got 6 or 8 teams that are all could win the national championship. Not that all of them couldn't if they got on a heater. But I'm sorry I missed Clark. Cannot say how happy I am, though, about the success that he's had. This is a case study for Harvard Business School. of how to deal with adversity and use creativity and, a lot of money.
If you listen to Clark Lee, you would be convinced that he could run any power corporation in America. Like, that dude is something.
I'm fortunate enough to work with a lot of people that run big corporations, and he impresses me a lot more than some of those people. I mean, his
really
dedication to process is amazing, and I'm just so happy for the additional commitments that he's gotten made. But the only other thing I want to say, big-time college basketball game tomorrow when SMU comes to Vanderbilt.
Yes,
and
sir.
If you're interested in going to a Vanderbilt game, get out there and get the tickets now, because there must be some other big thing going on, because they're basically giving away tickets. You got 2 8-0 teams, both of whom could go deep in the tournament, and I can't wait to get there myself. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, appreciate it. SMU at Vandy Wednesday at 8:15 p.m., so late start time there for Vanderbilt basketball. They are, they won Friday 96-71 against St. Mary's. For the first time this season, they failed to reach 10 threes. They were 8 of 19. Duke Miles, man, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals for the Vanderbilt Commodores. They host SMU tomorrow at 8:15. Yep. I'm glad you mentioned that, GE. We mentioned it yesterday, but had not yet today. Appreciate that. If you want in, one line open, 615-737-1045.
You know, this time of year, doctors' offices are so crowded. It's hard to get an appointment. You're waiting forever. Medical house calls can change all of that for you. Process is simple. You call or text Medical House Calls. Their teams assess what you need within minutes, book your visit, and boom, medical providers will be at your door to deliver care that gets you back as soon as possible. 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and there are same-day appointments available, next day guaranteed. They also have at-home urgent care, which can deal with everything from sickness, infections, injuries, in-home labs, testing, and more. Flat fee, you get an evaluation, a full exam, a treatment plan, and prescriptions if needed. You don't even have to go to the pharmacy to pick those up. Medical house calls, healthcare designed for your life. 615-838-2375 with everything that's going around schools nowadays. I feel you, parents out there. So make sure you put that number in your phone in case you need it. 615-838-2375. Like I said, 7 days a week, healthcare designed for your life, medical house calls, and you can always go online to set up your appointment. medicalhousecalls.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Talking about the college football playoff. You guys want in? 615-737-1045.
I have a giveaway coming up, too.
Oh, you do?
Yes. A family 4-pack of VIP early access tickets to Logo Brands 2025 warehouse sale.
Yeah, they have a new warehouse that's in Spring Hill. We'll be broadcasting live there Friday.
And for those that don't know, it's like every single college team, pro team logo stuff.
Yeah, it's like sports blew up in there.
Right.
Or threw up.
Threw
That'd
up,
be a better way to say it.
Threw up.
I don't want to blow anything up.
Yeah.
Although I
have a ton of, I think I have an Auburn wine bottle carrier.
From there?
I've got like an Auburn lunchbox from there.
It's good to fill out
IU
gift
cooler.
list. Yep.
A tent, like a IU pop-up tent thing.
Yeah, I don't want to blow anything up. But I do like to, and Babs knows this about me, I do love to sit by the fire and just watch the fire. It's probably weird
Everybody does. It's healing.
to a lot of people, but yeah. I also completely take over Travis Harder's fireplace when we go over to your house.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of, it's like somebody taking over your grill at your own house. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
He's such a nice guy and he loves me, but I know he does not like it when I do that.
Probably not.
He would rather me just sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you go over
can't
there
do that.
with the Yellowwood guy. We love you being here. We love your money. You go sit over there in the corner.
Go sit over there and shut your mouth.
Take your wood home. Steve Wiltfong from Rivals with On3.com reported today that 5-star quarterback Jerry Curtis from Nashville Christian has flipped his commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt. He will easily be the highest-rated signee in Vanderbilt history. Listeners at 3HL are not surprised by this news. We've been talking about this for a minute. Rivals list Jerry Curtis as the number 1 passer in the country, number 2 overall prospect. He's been verbal to Georgia, Bab, since May.
It's crazy.
Since Joey Aguilar's been in Knoxville. He's been committed to Georgia. Playing in year 1 was reportedly the most important thing to Curtis. As a junior, he had 58 touchdowns. 40 passing, 18 rushing. Just
Nashville
3 interceptions.
Christian, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a different level.
I do have, but if you see his tape, man, it's ridiculous. I thought I did.
Did y'all see that from Jared Curtis?
Yeah.
It was from a few weeks ago. He was rolling out to his right and did a jump pass, like that Tebow jump pass, and
That
threw
was
the ball
all
like
over social
55
media.
yards down the field.
Yeah. This is what Rivals Director of Scouting Charles Power said. Elite arm talent with creative playmaking ability. Looks like the top arm talent in the 2026 cycle. Ball explodes off his hand. Generates considerable velocity on throws to all areas of the field. Has a loose, natural throwing motion. Capable of delivering impressive passes from several arm angles. A pure rotational athlete who does not need his feet set to throw accurate passes, to your point. Plays with a gunslinging mentality and is not afraid to drive the football into tight windows over the middle of the field. A fluid athlete who is tough to corral in the backfield. Dangerous playmaker and improviser. Had some unbelievable second reaction plays as a junior, evading pass rushers and uncorking throws of 50 yards or more down the field. Meanwhile, Tennessee picked up a big commitment from a big defensive lineman out of Georgia, Big Nuke, they call him, Simmons, a 6'3", 310-pound defensive lineman, chose Tennessee over Mississippi State. He had 30 tackles for a loss and 7 sacks this season. Tennessee's class is ranked number 8 in the country by 24/7 Sports. Let's see. I'll get to that. Heupel's classes go like this. In year 1, number 22 in America, number 10 in the SEC. Year 2, number 17, number 9 in the SEC. Year 3, number 10 in the country, number 6 in the SEC. It's tough in the SEC. Number 14 in the country, number 8 in the SEC. Then last year, number 11 in the country, number 8 in the SEC. Currently 8th in America and 4th in the conference, which would be his best class. 24/7 Sports has the number 1 quarterback and number 1 player as a guy named Keyshawn Henderson, who is committed to Houston. They have Faison Brandon committed to Tennessee, the number 2 ranked quarterback and player in the country, and Curtis ranked behind him at 3. Tennessee has 2 5-star commits, number 2 quarterback Faison Brandon, 6'4", 200, and the number 1 wide receiver in America, Tristan Keys. I'm wondering about him with Lane Kiffin down at LSU now, because he was committed to, he's from Louisiana. He's committed to LSU. Does he flip? I haven't heard or seen anything. I'm just wondering.
Like flip from LSU?
No, he's at Tennessee. He's committed to Tennessee now.
Oh, you're saying flip
6-3
to
one.
LSU.
Flip back to LSU.
Which one? Tristan Keys?
Yeah, you think there's any? Have you seen anything? Any rumblings?
No. But
I'm just wondering what the Lane Kiffin effect has a day and a half.
Yeah.
Before signing day.
Yep.
Who does he flip?
That's
because you know he will.
Yeah.
The big thing with Tristan Keys though is Adidas. He's an Adidas athlete as a high schooler, and Tennessee getting signed on with Adidas was a big reason why he flipped to the Vols.
Right, but we've learned that that's not necessarily a big thing. Like Nate Ament is Nike, right? And he went to Adidas school. I think that's right.
Well, we're Nike while he's here.
Oh,
Tennessee's Nike
maybe
while he's here.
No, he was Adidas and went to Nike. That's what it was.
That might be it, yeah.
615-737-1045 if you want in. Coach Bell in Clarksville. Coach Bell, what's up?
Not much, man. How you guys doing?
We're great. Thank you, Coach.
Good. Yeah, no problem, man. I want to first say I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Ate really well and all those good things. Babs, you probably don't remember me, but I actually took a picture with you at the Titans. Over the summer.
I do remember. Yeah, good to hear from you.
Yeah, likewise. Well, I don't want to hold you guys long. Just a couple things I want to touch on. First and foremost, for those who didn't hear the Clark Lee interview, man, they missed out on some great stuff.
Yeah, you can go back and hear it. You can find it on the website, 1045thezone.com, very soon.
Or anywhere you get your podcast or on YouTube, coming up at 6 o'clock.
There you go.
I was driving. I was living in Clarksville and driving to. I had to stop by my house, and he was on, and I didn't want to be too late going to my goddaughter's basketball game here at Brentwood Academy, and so I stayed in the car. And I'm like, dang, I'm going to be late. So she's probably going to be upset with me. I'm about 30 minutes late right now, but it was well worth me sitting in my car to listen to his interview for sure.
Thank you.
My second thing, yeah, no problem, man. The second thing is that I don't really do drama a lot. You know, I don't really get into it, but me and my girl just started watching Love is Blind, and it's really a lot of drama behind it. And so, but now with this college playoff thing, I'm here for it. Like, I want to see all the drama. I want to see all the things that's happening. And so I'm getting into that little level of dramatic things going on in my life. So it's weird. It's really weird to think about that Duke, I don't think Duke will get in, but, I'm a Duke basketball fan, so I'm low-key kind of rooting for them. But other than that, Jared, man, so I coach at Clarksville Academy, so I actually coach against Jared once a year. I coached him in middle school at Nashville Christian. So Coach Brothers and that whole group over here, man, on Sawyer Brown is doing a lot of great things. But my only concern, is when's the last, and I want you guys to kind of touch bases on this, when's the last, big-time freshman that has really made a huge impact, at that quarterback position? I think going to Vandy, yeah, I understand. You want to play right now, so I definitely understand it. And he's everything that you see about him. Now, he is literally legit. Josh Allen type of body build and our level is ridiculous. It's unfair. I thought going to Georgia, being able to sit for a second and then really kind of grow and develop is something I really want for him. I want nothing but the best for him as a kid. He's a great kid, great team player and everything. But I also know how crazy the media can get. We're seeing with Arch Manning. So just wanted to kind of get your thought on that and what your thoughts is. Obviously, being a Nashville kid, would definitely love to have him here, but I'm a little worried about that. So I'll hang up and listen to you guys, and I appreciate you all and love what you guys do.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it, Coach.
Yes. Awesome to meet him out at Titans training camp earlier this year. True freshman quarterbacks. Ohio State kid?
Man, I would have to think about it. He's a redshirt freshman.
Okay.
Julian Sayin.
Yes.
Yeah, he played
He's redshirt?
he played in 4 games last year, transferred from Alabama.
Okay. So he did have the 4. Well, Bear Bachmeier at BYU, although he's been around, or he was at least on campus at UCLA for a second, but he's true freshman at BYU. The Cal kid who, y'all, I would be surprised if he's still at Cal next year, but who knows? Songa Politelli, had to figure out how to pronounce his name this year. Yeah,
better you than me.
They call him JKS,
yeah.
But dude's legit. They just beat SMU. I don't know if anybody stayed up late and watched that game, but he is a legit true freshman who. But that's the thing. A true freshman quarterback
now
jump into college. They're staying, yeah, because
quarterbacks are staying longer now.
Staying, and also beginning of the year, like you see kind of the learning curve and the struggles sometimes early, and then, the really good ones are good towards the end of the year. But
I'm gonna have to think about
who's
that.
the Mahomes lookalike? Didn't he started
Dylan
as a true
Raiola.
started as a true freshman
last year at Nebraska.
Yep.
Also, a guy like Curtis was committed to Georgia and flipped to go to Nebraska, where he was a legacy, instead of going to Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia's in a tight spot, actually. Now,
From a quarterback
if
standpoint.
Curtis signs with Vanderbilt tomorrow, which all the reports are that, we've been talking about it for, a week.
We will point out that he did tweet, "I haven't talked to either team yet."
He goes, "I don't know where this news is coming from, blah, blah, blah." My experience is I'm about to go into year 30 in radio. My experience with that is the news got out before he wanted it to get out. So he starts hearing from Georgia, and he didn't necessarily want to, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is true. Maybe what he said is true. I don't know.
4 days ago, Mama Curtis tweeted,
Yeah, she
"Go
likes
Dogs.
red and black.
I prefer red and black." Now, that was 4 days.
I have heard that she is not happy.
Oh,
I ran into somebody yesterday that
you don't mess
talked about
you
all
don't
this
mess with
stuff.
Mama right there. So
You do not mess with Mama. Oh, yeah, Michigan quarterback.
Bryce Underwood.
Bryce
Underwood's
true
great.
freshman. Yeah.
Hey, who was the kid? Remember the kid that was
Good job, Darius.
had the hats on the table, and was it Florida?
Copeland. It was something Copeland. He had
Did he pick Florida, or was his mom wanting Florida?
No, so he had Florida, from Florida. So he had Florida, Alabama, Tennessee. His mom sitting to the right of him had a Tennessee hat and an Alabama sweatshirt because she wanted him to get out of Florida. I guess there were some influences there. He picked Florida after everyone thought he was going to either Alabama or Tennessee.
She got up from the table, didn't say anything to him, and left. I forget who that was. Look it up, Zeph Dog. So Curtis did tweet that today. My guess is
Jacob
Copeland.
Jacob Copeland.
Yep.
That's who it was.
So is he still at Florida, that guy?
That was in 2018.
Oh, geez. Okay. Man, Tom.
I mean, but who knows?
Tom
Nowadays, we've got like 7 and 8 year players, so I don't know.
Or is it 6 or 7 year players?
6.
Are we going to reach a point where you're tired of that?
Yeah.
We are?
Close.
Okay. 615-737-1045 is the number. David in Nashville next up. David, what's up, man?
Hey, thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to really congratulate Vanderbilt on a great season. Great interview this afternoon with Clark Lee, and very proud of them. And they definitely need to be in the playoffs. They're definitely a top 12 team. And if they're not, I just feel like it's just another example of the college football playoff being more about ratings and finding the teams that has the best ratings and not necessarily finding the best teams. And that's really unfortunate. And just one more thing, as an Ole Miss fan, I heard somebody say something a little bit earlier about if Alabama loses this Saturday night in the conference championship, would they be in at 10-3? And I kind of feel like that they would be, but I don't necessarily feel like that if Ole Miss was in the conference championship and they lost, I kind of feel like they probably didn't have the pedigree that Alabama would, and I wouldn't feel as confident about them staying in the top 12. And I guess that's my thoughts.
Thank you, David.
Appreciate you, and like to hear your comments.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Yeah, my guess is if Alabama loses a relatively close game to Georgia, that they're in, no matter. I mean, win, they're in. I think if they lose a close game, they're in.
Like I said, I just think in the SEC, you can't set the precedent that you make it to the SEC championship game and then end up losing to a top, 4 team in the country or whatever, and then you're out because that gives you 3 losses. And that you would have been in if you didn't play in a conference title game.
Candy B91 on YouTube. Didn't that Copeland dude play for the Titans?
Yes, he did. He was on the practice squad in 2023. He was also on the Vikings and the Steelers and the Chiefs and the Steelers again. His last place he played was a practice squad member of the Edmonton Elks.
Canadian?
Apparently. Also,
Wait a minute, apparently.
Edmonton.
Shouldn't you know that? Like, all
Come on,
Canadian
you're
Football League
Canadian.
information goes through the
Edmonton.
Canadian Zeph News Service.
I should have never brought
the
that up.
the CZNS. There you go.
So the controversy with him was because his mother, Betty Copeland, was from Alabama. She wanted him to pick the hometown team, and she didn't tell him, or he didn't tell her that he changed his mind and picked Florida, surprising the whole family, which is why she got up. Not that there were any hometown influences she wanted to get away from.
Okay, there you go. 615-737-1045. Another little nugget. Ole Miss will hold a press conference tomorrow, 2 p.m. with their new head coach, Pete Golding, AD Keith Carter, and Chancellor Glenn Boyce. That'll be fun. It's on the SEC Network.
Will be shots fired during that. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody's going to hold a press conference because it's signing day, but for them to have the AD and the Chancellor, yeah, this is more than signing day press conference.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun. Definitely need to roll on that. 2:30 SEC Network. There you go. Also, we talked about this with Chris Lowe from On3 Sports yesterday. Kentucky set to hire Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein, and they did as football coach replacing Mark Stoops. Stein played at Louisville. He was a quarterback at Louisville.
What? I just saw he landed in Lexington with his cute little family.
His dad was a Wildcat, so when he was growing up, he was a big Kentucky fan.
Yeah, there were
but he played quarterback at Louisville.
Several pictures of him wearing Kentucky gear as a kid.
So both the Louisville coach, Jeff Brom, and the Kentucky coach, Will Stein, are alumni of Louisville Trinity High School. They both played there.
Dude, that high school, I did a Detective Dawn on it a couple years ago when Brom took over.
Detective Dawn.
There's a bunch of stars that have come out of that high school.
When you do your Detective Dawn, like behind the scenes work, do you like put on one of those like fake nose, mustache, Groucho Marx looking things with the glasses? Yeah.
I got a little badge too. It says Detective Dawn.
Trench coat.
Speaking of Oregon, they lost another coordinator today. Their defensive coordinator, Tosh Lupoy.
Yeah.
He is going to Cal, where he both played and
I was going to
coached.
say he's from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was Detective Dawn's assignment in Colorado? We were talking with Todd Furman about that. He really wanted you to do something with Ralphie.
I wanted to do something with Ralphie.
And I told him we already said on the air that I wanted you to grab one of the reins as Ralphie ran in.
I would have loved to do something with Ralphie.
He throws people.
I know. It was fascinating to watch. They make you get off the sideline. So I had to do my open hit in the stands because I wasn't allowed to be on the sideline because
really?
Ralphie runs. I got video.
There's no one on the
she was
sideline?
right- No.
I've never noticed that before. That makes a lot of sense.
In that area, they
Yeah.
have to move everybody because it's just a liability.
You have no
and at
idea
the
where
end
he's
of it,
gonna
all
go.
the handlers are like hugging, like, we survived. We made it every single time. It's crazy. No, my Detective Dawn then was the Big 12 scenarios. And it was very much like our favorite movie, Clue, where it was like, if this happens, but what if? And
Or
I
it
just
could
went through
happen
all
this
of
way.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Stein just turned 36 years old. This is where we are with head coaches in the SEC.
Young.
Oh, that's what they get when they wait till the last possible second to fire Mark Stoops.
Yeah, but anyway, even if they did it earlier, who are they? They're not going to get any of these.
It's
big
also a
names
good,
that were
also
out
a good
there.
point. They are Kentucky.
I mean, you have if where you are right now as a program for Kentucky, like you have no choice but to go young and upcoming and hope it works out.
Babs, how many SEC coaches are younger than you, do you think?
I don't know, but I'm not giving away my age, so we're not going to talk about it. Okay? Okay. Good talk.
Do you have
Sark's not.
By the way-
Kirby Smart's not.
He was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Oregon the last 3 years. But yeah, Lane Kiffin's 50. He's a man.
There you
He's
go.
50.
He's not. He's not younger than me.
DeBoer's 51, Sark 51.
See, I'm golden.
Smart 49, Elko 48, Beamer 48, Heupel 47.
All these dudes are younger than me.
Silverfield 45, Clarkley 44, Sumrall 43, Drink 42,
All right,
Golding
now we're
41,
getting- okay.
Golish 41, Levy 41.
Stop.
We were good for a while there.
Do you know who the oldest head coach in the SEC is?
Tell me.
Oklahoma, Brent Venables.
Really?
Oh, is he?
54 years old.
How old is Elko?
40
Elko is 48.
48.
A lot of guys in their 40s coaching in the SEC.
So Kiffin's up there.
He's
I didn't
the
realize he
fourth
was-
oldest.
I didn't realize he was 50.
Yeah, I looked it up after his behavior. Wanted to say how
Because you're like, wow, he's 50 and he's still immature as all get out. Shocker.
Well, I mean, just if you're going to make a decision, do it.
Also, some of the rumor stuff coming about him from Ole Miss students
Oh.
is hilarious.
And
to read
who
through.
knows what's
Oh,
AI
yeah.
and what's not.
It's
but
just funny. It's just
really
funny. It's funny to watch Ole Miss fans just
also
what is it?
blast
The
him.
hashtag Lane Kiffin Chronicles or something. It's really funny.
Who's the dog? Who was his dog? And they're saying that's not even his dog.
Juice.
She left him in Ole Miss.
This is unreal.
What a fraud. What a fraud. This was my breaking point. This is my breaking point
He
on
left the
Lane
dog
Kiffin.
on the tarmac.
He
You
made a whole
lied
fake
about
Twitter account
Juice.
for the dog.
It's not even your freaking dog. It's somebody's hunting dog. Because there was a whole thing like what was Juice Kiffin doing when Lane got on the flight for LSU?
I saw a meme
and
of-
then somebody put out a picture of Juice hunting with their true owner.
And said,
fraud.
Juice isn't even Kiffin's dog. He belongs at Ole Miss.
I saw an AI generated thing of Juice sitting on the tarmac watching the plane take off.
So funny.
Also, Juice?
Juice is a great name.
After Juice Newton?
No, after we got the juice. Let's go.
We got the juice. Come to the sip. We'll be right back. 3, 2. Oh, wait, you've got a giveaway.
I'm going to give something away.
Dead giveaway.
Another chance for you to win tickets from Babs Prize Closet. Cleared the lines. Our friends at Logo Brands have brought back their annual warehouse sale event, and I have a chance for you to win a family 4-pack of tickets, nice typo there, to their VIP event Thursday. It gives you early access to the warehouse sale. This is great for Christmas gifts, by the way. Over 1,000 team products. They're all 50% off before the public can get in. So if you want to purchase your own VIP tickets, you can. Warehousesale.logobrands.com is where you go. Caller number 5, 615-737-1045. Right now, a family 4-pack of VIP early access tickets to Logo Brands 2025 warehouse sale happening Friday? Thursday and Friday. I think Thursday's
there
VIP,
Friday.
but we're there Friday. There you go. Good luck to you.
United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. If you have foundation repair issues, waterproofing issues, or questions, USSTN.com. These are your guys. Some of the symptoms with regard to waterproofing issues, maybe you've got standing water in your crawl space, musty odors, or floor joists with wood rot, cracks in your basement floors, hardwood floors cupping. Your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home is bad for your health. Could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. Get it done. Reach out to my guys at United Structural Systems, USSTN.com. Their phone number is 615-488-7855. When USS comes to your house, you're getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You're not getting someone who is worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening within your home. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. This attitude and culture is the reason they keep employees year after year, from project managers to customer service to production. Some have been at USS for more than 25 years. Homeowners trust USS. USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855 or visit them online, USSTN.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. MAC Talk coming up, followed by Tennessee basketball. Tennessee plays at Syracuse tonight. 6 o'clock. Vols a 7.5-point favorite. Will join the game in progress, as I mentioned. Donnie Freeman, unavailable for Syracuse. They are 0-3 this year without him.
No JP Estrella for the Bulls tonight.
Yeah, what's going on there? Lingering bone bruise things?
I would have to guess so. He wasn't supposed to play last week, and he played 3 straight games, so I'm sure it's some lingering issues.
Van B. Daniels on YouTube. Anyone willing to coach Penn State next year? Seriously, anyone?
It's crazy. Like, who's going to be their coach?
Is that almost like the?
Weird,
is it almost like the do you guys remember that Tennessee coaching search where everybody was like, "No, we're good," and they go get raises at their current schools?
Yeah,
it's
Mike
kind of
Gundy
like
did
that.
it twice.
Exactly, it's kind of like that, but just not on as crazy of a level because you don't have fans out there rejecting coaches that did say yes.
Not yet.
Not yet.
3HL bingo card presented by no one. If any of y'all want to, sponsor the bingo card, you can.
Come on in. I don't know if it's good for your brand, but hey.
Spell my name right. Try to sneak 15 players out there on offense. I asked Jim Wyatt, what do you do against Myles Garrett? 15 sacks in the last 6 games. What do the Titans do? He said, I don't know, try to sneak 15 players out there on offense.
So good.
They're cracking a pretty little pink box.
Don Davenport.
Crumble cookies, baby.
Crumble cookies.
And the reason we were talking that is because the CEO is a massive BYU donor and fan, and he tweeted that he had to up his game to keep Kalani Sitake.
How many cookies do you think they had to sell to pay for his contract?
I don't know, but I guarantee you they sold it because I saw 8 million BYU fans put screenshots of their DoorDash delivery of their crumble cookies. It's brilliant.
It's number 1, no question. Clark Lee on where that win Saturday ranked in his life. He's the best player in college football. Clark Lee on Diego Pavia. All of these programs want what we have. Clark Lee saying a lot of things during that conversation today. He's probably still on that damn thing. Clark Lee again. About Slay.
Scooter.
Slay Scooter.
Oh, that was so
Clark,
good.
y'all. Clark Lee loved Slay on that. He called it the Slay ride. When we were at SEC Media Days and Slay was on the scooter following knee surgery. I mean, Clark Lee would leave his people to go run and hug Slay. His people were like, Coach, we got to do this. They could play that game in a forest. That was me talking about the ACC title game.
Is that what you said? I saw it in the chat. I totally missed you saying that.
That was when they were, because they're at the same time as number 1 versus number 2.
Yeah.
Whoever scheduled that is a genius from the ACC.
The
Congrats.
ACC needs to up their game.
That's exactly how you get your team into the playoff, is putting them right behind 1 and 2.
And they're, come on, ACC. And their tie-breaking scenarios and all, come on.
Come on. Coming up tomorrow on the big show, we've got Coach Mack. And we've got Todd Furman about all these conference championship games. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. If we did not get to you on the phone, we are sorry about that. Call back tomorrow. Zev will put you at the front of the line. Just tell them. Tell them. Be truthful, too, we ask. Man, Tuesday night, Tennessee basketball tonight. Preds play. We're going to the Preds game. Are you going?
No, I will be here producing Mac Talk.
Oh.
You going?
Working. No, baby Babs has a hip issue.
Oh, no.
We spent some time at Vanderbilt Children's with scans and x-rays. So walking is not in her immediate future right now. So.
Sounds like Hadley needs a sleigh ride.
She does.
Maybe she can borrow a sleigh scooter.
And to let y'all know, Hadley has been a trooper, right? Like, she's had an incredible attitude, still smiling all the time and all this stuff. So
the Dr.
Doc
Gregory,
says it's just going to take
shout
time.
out to Dr. Gregory, by the way. Love him. He said she's a happy limper. To which Slay said, me too. I'm a happy limper.
Yeah, it's a praise up for baby Babs.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys joining us, including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Hope you have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless shout out to Clark Lee for coming on and making his case for Vanderbilt going to the college football playoffs.
Yep, and Puncture Lone Tony for showing up yesterday.
Woo woo.
And dark mode for Vols versus Syracuse.